All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Michael? Good morning, man. All right. Ugh. Trying to rebound from my first losing day in a minute yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. Sorry, I'm still trying to mess with these camera filters to try to get this green screen working okay. Yeah, maybe scoot it this way a little bit. Yeah, that's probably better. All right. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, Scott? Michael, Tater, Cohen. Good morning, guys. Ah, man. This coffee's so good. All right, so for this morning so far, let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, so for this morning so far, we have SINT gapping up from 150s to 220s. Really solid gap up here. Strong volume, especially in the last few minutes. So SINT looks solid. Sorry, my son's throwing a fit, guys. So I'll be right back. My son's throwing a fit. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, SINT looking strong. We finally got my son in the car to go to school. SINT looking strong. We got AYTU gapping up, relatively low volume today though. VTGN, VTVT gapping up a little bit. SBGL, GFI. So honestly, guys, we got pretty dull volume right now. Pretty dull volume. Not too much that really looks good. IMXI maybe. ZENPAAS. But overall, the volume is pretty stagnant here. Let me know what your main watch is today, guys. Maybe you guys see something I don't. Gold's moving. Activision. INMMD, but even Activision slow and INMD slow too. We got some gap downs though. Let's see what we get. ADVM down. TLRD gapping down, solid. DLTH, MCFT. So we got some gap downs here apparently. JDST. So mostly gap downs. Rite Aid, RAD, DGLD. But even these aren't, there's not a ton of volume here. Cannabis stocks are down. I may look at those. Overall, SPY is up. And the SPY broke. Wow. So, I didn't even notice this, guys, but the SPY yesterday in after hours got very, very close to lifetime highs. Like, if you look at where lifetime highs are in the SPY here, the lifetime highs are at 302.23. And if you look at where they got in pre-market, they got up to 302.20. So actually 3 cents away from lifetime highs in the overall market. Sorry, I just realized you guys can't see the end of the chart. There we go. Actually 3 cents away from lifetime highs in the overall market, guys. Interesting here. We'll see what we get. Why is... Sorry, guys. I got to fix this. Why is... There we go. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that. But yeah. Very low volume today, guys. Very low volume. How's everybody doing, though? What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Let's kill this today, guys. Let's do this. Like I said, though, what's your favorite watch today? We should have Mitch here today, I think. We should have Mitch. Whew, this coffee is good, man. I think I just made it really strong. I had a guy check me on whether I had a guy like interrogate me on whether I was using like a paper trading account, which is understandable, but I think he knows I'm not now. I showed him this, which is my welcoming email from Tefs. Let me find it. I showed him this, which is my welcoming email from Tefs, and same account number, you know. But yeah, I get it, man. You got a lot of these people that are. I'm not gonna talk smack, but you got a lot of people that are faking stuff. Hey John, can you please show some analysis on CHK? Sure, I got you. But yeah, like I said, if you guys see anything significant, let me know. I'm just not seeing anything that hot right now. I mean, the volume's just a little dull. Yeah, I mean, it's a little slow. Unfortunately, I wanted to try to rebound today, but I'm going to wait for some A+ setups for sure. I'm going to wait for some A+ setups. CHK. So CHK, very high float stock, it looks like. If I could, just from the look of this, the float's pretty large for CHK on the level 2. And, you know, you can kind of tell that by how small the range is as well. but it's made some solid moves, and this is one of the stocks that I keep an eye on this one. It's a natural gas stock, and I think gold is spiking up. I don't know what gas is doing today. The long-term chart shows a long-term downtrend, and it had a little bit of a spike the last week or so. And so I think this $2 level is going to be one of the big significant levels. $2 might take a little while to get to that point, but I think $2 on the daily chart, it's showing a lot of resistance there. Yeah, man, SPY finally breaking 300. Lifetime highs are very, very close. We got so close to the lifetime highs on the SPY yesterday. You can see we got up to 302.20, and the lifetime highs are 302.23. So, yeah, we got very, very close. Just never quite broke it. We got literally 3 cents away from lifetime highs in the overall market. And so that should be interesting today. We should get some interesting plays and interesting moves today. We got Roku and SQ, which I was talking to Mitch about it yesterday. I kind of just stopped watching these. Since one thing I've realized, guys, is that since I've scaled up to the sizing I am, since I've scaled up to 1,000 shares per trade, I stopped trading some of these like really high cap stocks like SQ, Roku, these tech stocks. And I started to stick with mostly stocks that were like $30, in between $10 and $30, really in between $5 and $30, trading VWAP fades and fake out fades and VWAP bounces. And those specifically have helped my accuracy improve so much that I don't really want to look at SQ or Roku anymore because they're just not profitable for me. If I look at my trader view, they're just not that profitable for me. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, Sid? What's up, man? And so, yeah, I mean, we got some options today. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. But, yeah, 1,000 shares per trade. Let's see what my graph looks like now. And let's go ahead and look at what my buying power is at after yesterday. I did have a losing day, biggest losing day in a while yesterday, which is okay because prior to that, I pushed up like over $1,000. And so, yeah, I'm at exactly 600 even. I'm at 608 cents. So I'm still break even week so far this week is all that means. I'm still up a very solid amount. Still been a really good few weeks. Yeah, no stress, Logic. No worries, brother. What's up, E-Rock? What's up, bro? What's up, Andy? Spike, man. What's up, Spike? Spike, man, if you can hear me right now, brother. I see you in the Discord, bro. What's up, man? Yes, 1,000 shares per trade, brother. 1,000 shares per trade, man. I think I might have taken 500 yesterday. I can't remember, but 1,000 shares per trade, and it's gone really, really well. Another way I'm not faking my gains here, guys, is because look, I'll upload my trades right in front of you guys. So look, trades. I select my account here. I select yesterday, filter, export, la la la. All right, remember I named that one la la la. And then if I go to trader view here, and I mean, I've been doing this every day. I go to trader view, import trades, choose file, quick access, la la la, upload. Here, let me get this so you can still see the scanners. Refresh. It's just one trade. And then I do have a pullback. There's the pullback. So I'm still up a lot this month, but there's the pullback. Big red day. Biggest red day I've had in over a month of trading. So unfortunate. But yeah, I just got to get back on the horse here. I knew I've been trading with 1,000 shares per trade, and it's been going really, really well. And so I've been very happy with my trading. And this actually confirms what I told my wife. When I told y'all I was messing with my wife about my wife being cursed and about how every time she comes on stream, I lose. And I tried to explain to her that it had nothing to do with her. It's actually just the days she decided to come on stream, which were Wednesdays and Fridays, right? Wednesdays and Fridays, I typically just do worse. I just don't do as well Wednesdays and Fridays. And yesterday was a good example. Yesterday was my first losing day since Friday, and it was a losing day. My wife wasn't on stream yesterday. I still lost. And so a very obvious pattern. is has been there with specifically Wednesdays and Fridays. And I might upgrade my trader view just so I can kind of see. Yeah. Let me upgrade my trader view so I can see win days versus lost days. Where's my cards, man? My wife took all my cards. Story of my life right there. Man. Well. Wife's got the cards. I forgot my code. Oh well. Let's do this. What's up, Kirby? What's up, man? Nice, man. Hey, brother. Yeah, man. Can you share your average monthly gains, if not too personal? Thanks. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, basically, Sid. His name's Kirby, Netron. His name's Kirby, man. His name's Kirby. So yeah, just call him Kirby. We've kind of talked about that before with him. But no, yeah, man, the system works for sure, and just the risk reward calculation mixed with high accuracy setups. I mean, that's always gonna work, right? Regardless of whether it's our trading or somebody else's, right? If you get good risk reward in each trade, if you calculate solid risk reward in each trade you get into, and you give yourself favorable risk reward ratios in every single trade, then if you're accurate enough, then you'll definitely be profitable, and that's all it really takes. And that's something that I know it. I know how it is for new traders, and I know how it was for me, where I basically ignored calculating risk reward for at least the first year of my trading career. At least the first year, I just completely ignored it. Yeah, there was risk management, which is just don't risk a certain amount, but I basically didn't calculate risk reward for a solid year before I really kind of dove in and started doing well. But it took like a little while for me to even start calculating risk reward, because again, it's not something that a lot of traders think about. Most of the time, like the gurus and stuff like that will talk about risk management, but like calculating risk reward in every single trade you get into is a huge edge that a large majority of traders don't do or don't have. What's up, Mitch? What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, bro, I gotta go to the bathroom, man, so hold it down, bro. They can hear you. We got Mitch here.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
I'll be
All
back,
right.
guys. Give me
Let
like
me
a
pull
minute
up
or
the chat here. Time to pull up the chat. What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. All right. All right. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Tater. Good morning, Cohen. Good morning, Michael, Scott, Tyrell in the house. You got the Peter, Logic, Sid, and you need to accept your situation. What's up, man? What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Let's get it. Ready for another day. Comeback day. Yesterday came came from being down about $200 to being up about 700. So I'll take it. Coming back from a down day, some made up the losses and a little bit more. That's why it's important, like John was talking about, profit and loss ratio. Having the right risk management is really what keeps you in the game, guys. If you're going to be everyday traders, risk management is the key. What's up, Ron? How you doing? We got Chasey Chase in the house. E-Rock Trader. Oh, Jamie James. What's up, man? It's been good, man. It's been good. Getting ready to get it. Oh, I'm excited, guys. I'm gonna more than likely gonna be starting up. Do I think 5G will accelerate your trading execution? Yeah, definitely. In the long run, What's to say that you can't trade off your phone if you're getting that fast of an internet? Um, I know I've traded off my phone before, and that was off of 4G. So I think, yeah, 5G will accelerate trading execution in the long run. Maybe traders can trade on the go off their phone if they have 5G connection. So definitely the future's looking bright. All right, guys. Some of the bigger stocks that I'll mention that came out with earnings is Oracle. That's going to be ORCL. That'll be one that I'll be watching. Another stock that I'll be watching is Hertz. Hertz is one of the ones I'll be watching today for sure. That's HTZ. Also with earnings. And then take a look at some of these IPOs like Levi that's up on the day. We'll be watching that one to see if it can continue going through 19 and head towards 20.
Yeah, a little bit of a duller morning today, man. Just not that much action right now, man. Just kind of slow.
Yeah. Well, SPY definitely broke out. We had a tweet.
Did we? Another one.
Our our commander tweet.
Another one. Do I
So
give signal?
he gave a birthday present to China.
Oh. The SPY's looking strong, man. So whatever he
Yeah.
in, like,
Yeah, it was a
good
good
for him.
birthday present, man. He pretty much delayed some tariffs. Instead of October 1st, they'd go back to October 17th. Pretty much, he was already gonna do this. He just kind of wanted to decide to make it with a little bow on top and said, "Oh, it's China's birthday. I got you."
All right. Look how nice I am.
You know how the life goes.
Yeah.
Hey, the market reacted well.
Yeah.
As we can see, it closed with a lot of volume. A lot of times when you're going to see the spike into after hours, you see huge spikes of volume right before the close. And this is what you see in this chart. On the last two 15-minute candles, they were bigger than even the open candles. So we'll definitely watch today as a lot of volume poured in on the upside with those kind of that kind of support, because the catalyst is the stronger one. You know, it's a pushback of tariffs, so it should help the market. And then since the market was at that 299 level, kept trying to break out through 300, it gave it that extra boost to really push it past 300. And I think today it's just going to be a matter of, can we hold the 300?
Yep. All right, so we'll go ahead and look up some news. First one I'm going to watch is SINT, and it's up after Ascendiant Capital initiated coverage on the stock with a buy rating and a $3 price target. Hey, appreciate the sub, Robin. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so upgraded SINT. We'll see what happens with that one. We also have VLRX. VLRX, another penny stock that is moving some. Looks solid here for VLRX, gapping up from 186 to 218s. This one is up after the company reported data from the CBD H-patch study that showed rapid and robust absorption and distribution of 40 milligrams of CBD delivered over 24 hours with the H-patch technology. And so is that a patch for CBD? That's that's interesting. So yeah, that one's showing up. VLRX is up to show it. I didn't know that was a cannabis or CBD related stock. And then we got ADVM. ADVM, huge gap down for this one. It's down after they reported positive 24-week data from the first cohort of the OPTIC phase 1 trial of ADVM intravitreal gene therapy to treat wet AMD. But this one's down because something else must have happened with this one. We'll come back to that one. This is ADVM. We've also got Yuma, which has just been running from the previous day. Not really any type of catalyst, I don't think, for today at least. Yuma. We got NLTX. NLTX, a little bit of volume here, not much. VTVT. VTVT is gapping up, and that's because the owner, Ronald Perlman, bought 606,062 shares for an average price of $1.65. So the owner bought a bunch of shares for VTVT. Fluff. OSTK is up a little bit, not that much volume though, and this one's up after rising some yesterday. DPW's up, LXQ is up. And so like I said, we're not getting a ton of action this morning. Gold specifically is up. Gold. And this one is up after JP Morgan maintained overweight on on AU. And they lowered the price target from 2660 to 2610. But it's still up. We got just kind of slow day right now. Let me see. Unfortunate. I mean, Thursdays, I usually don't mind Thursdays. I have solid results on Thursdays, but for some reason today we're just getting dull action. We got IMXI. IMXI, that's gapping up some. Can't really find any catalyst. Oh, it's a secondary public offering of 5.2 million shares for IMXI. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We can now look at the overall market news here. And let me find the overall market news, guys.
All right.
All right, so, and this is from investors.com, and it says Trump delays China tariff hikes, ECB cuts rates, and Dow Jones futures rise. And so, yeah, it says Trump delayed the planned China tariff hikes on October 1st by 2 weeks as a gesture of goodwill. And that was a tweet yesterday, late yesterday. And so Dow futures are up this morning on the China trade war and ECB meeting news, along with the S&P 500. And Apple stock, Alibaba, AMD, Micron, and Broadcom stock both rose overnight. So interesting market today. We'll see what we get. The overall market itself is moving a ton, but most of the stocks I'm looking at are just a little slow and dull. So yeah, like Mitch said, I think the big level here is to see if it holds over 300. I think that's right around the previous closing price yesterday as well, and so I think that 300 level on the SPY is pretty significant. The closing price yesterday is exactly at 329. So yeah, right around that level, but a little bit higher than I originally anticipated. But still, we still got some space there. So yeah, we'll see what we get there. Emotions can be good, just don't let them control you entirety.
All right. We had a good question asked by John here. He says, does losing affect your trading the following day? Let's take it question by question. We'll say it shouldn't, and then it continues going. But like, do you become more risk adverse, or similarly, does winning increase your risk appetite the following day? And so what we try to teach really here is systematic trading. And with systematic trading, you kind of have to try to stick to the same risk and reward on each trade. Why? Why do we want to do that, John?
Because that's going to give you a long-term edge as opposed to just a short-term swing. You know, if you calculate risk reward on each trade you get into, then that is going to make it so that your accuracy rate doesn't necessarily have to be as high, and it also makes you less emotional overall in the trade because you've documented those levels beforehand when you're the most objective, and that way you can kind of just follow it like you're following an instruction book, and it's just much less emotional for you. You can just kind of stick to the levels that you already calculated beforehand.
Definitely. At the end, guys, we're trying to create what's called a mathematical advantage. We got to have some kind of edge in the market. And it's not always just going to be, let me find a winning strategy. That's just not the whole part of trading. There's a big other side of trading, which is calculating risk and return. and actually achieving that risk and return, whether it be getting out at your risk spot or taking the full return. One of the key things that keeps you into trading is if you're able to calculate the risk and return and actually achieve that risk and return, you're going to get a mathematical advantage. But if you say, let's say, if you say you're going to go for a 3-to-1, but then you look at your results and you're realizing that your rewards are not at a 3-to-1 and your risk is not at that 3-to-1, then you're not going to keep that mathematical advantage that you're trying to shoot for.
Right.
So what we recommend is always stick to the system that works. Find maybe you're being too risky, and that's why you're feeling that emotion the next day. That could be another big thing. We always talk about emotions in trading, and sometimes when you're risking way too much, the emotions are just way too high, and the swings are way too high. So you can control the emotions by lowering the share size and trying to attack and rinse and repeat. You know, I can't stress this more than John does. John for I think like 6-8 months was trading with very very small share size, and what this did was let him focus on, hey, I don't got to worry about losing money today because I'm using less share size. So I'm going to worry more on capitalizing on my strategy and showing how you can rinse, wash, and repeat the same strategy over and over, as long as you are taking the right approach and the right risk management.
Right. Exactly. It's like I said. So you calculate risk reward not only because it allows you to have worse accuracy, right? Like if you're getting 2-to-1 reward to risk on each trade you get into, your accuracy doesn't necessarily have to be as good because you're going to be making more when you win than when you lose, right? But the other huge reason to calculate risk reward is because a lot of the time, once you're already in a trade, your emotions are high, you're the least objective you're going to be, and you're going to kind of try to morph that trade into be something that's favorable for you, even though it might not be. Like say you're in a trade and you could say, well, I'm just going to let it test this level, or this looks bullish because you want it to go up, right? And so the best thing to do is to look at it before you're in the trade. You're going to be the most objective there. You're going to look at the chart for what it is, and you're going to be able to understand where you're supposed to take profits, where you're supposed to get out if it goes against you. And if you do that beforehand, you already know when you're in the trade. You're like, okay, I may want to hold it, but this is my risk level. And I calculated that before I was in the trade. And so I know that's what the chart's telling me. To where if you try to calculate it after you're in the trade, you're going to kind of try to will it to do what you want it to do. And that's not the right move because, again, you're going to be the least objective after you're actually in the trade. Sid says that's why the system exists. Emotions can trick you in the moment, but with the risk reward calculation before, yeah, exactly, man. And I didn't even read that until I just said that, but that's exactly what I just said. Exactly, man. Good job, Sid. Nice work, brother. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. That's why it works. That's why calculating risk reward is so important, and that's why I don't understand. Like none of the gurus teach about it. Like none of them, I have yet to find one guru that teaches you how to calculate risk reward, right? They might tell you strategies, but all strategies can be found for free online already. You know what I mean? And so some of them might teach you risk management, but that's just like, hey, don't risk a lot with a small account. But I'm talking about specifically risk reward calculation in your trades, like in each individual trade. And that is a huge edge that most traders just kind of blow right past. They just don't even think about it.
It's an advantage that you really just don't want to give up. We want to combine strengths, and that's going to be combining a great strategy with the right risk management. Because if you don't have the right risk management, you could have the best strategy, and you can win big even on one trade. But if you don't have the right risk management, you're not going to keep yourself in the game over a long period of time.
Exactly. And it's about, the strategies, the way you could tell, like all the gurus are going to try to tell you, hey, I've got the best strategy. I've got this $1 million strategy. You just got to pay $7,000 to figure it out. But that's nonsense. All the strategies are for free. You can find every strategy in the world in the market right now. And just because the gurus have a strategy that works for them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you either. It might not work for you. Everybody's personality, train of thought, and trading is different from each other. And so, what I'm trying to say is there's no $1 million strategy that's just going to turn you into the best trader ever, right? Like Mitch and I used to trade completely different than what we do now. Like I used to trade low at the day shorts. Mitch used to trade, a few other stuff. And it's like we kind of formed these strategies around, what we thought actually worked, right? But the point is that no one strategy is going to make you successful. What will make you successful is learning to build a trading plan before you get into the trade. That's what's going to make you successful. And what I mean by that is calculating your risk, profit taking levels, reward levels, stuff like that. Analyzing the range of the stock, the float, stuff like that. Doing that beforehand, before you get into each individual trade, will help you more than any specific individual strategy will. This is Thinkorswim. Torres, this is Thinkorswim, brother. But yeah, y'all want to know a class on calculating risk reward, or a really good one is on building a trading plan, which has real risk reward calculation in there. Let me find it.
All right.
All right, yeah, I'll post this link if anyone wants to check that out.
So majority of my stocks looking green for the day. Of course, SPY being up, helping it.
Yeah.
Also, a majority of my daily charts look like they've been going up for about 1 to 2, 3 days, 4 days, like that. Majority of my stocks have been doing that. You can look at Home Depot. The tech stocks are the ones that seem a little interesting because they're just kind of in indecision and near the top. But it's definitely interesting. They've been bouncing and just getting to the top. Every time they look like they're going to die, they keep coming back. So we'll be watching today to see if stocks like MU can break into 51. We got AMAT looking to break 52 on the daily chart. There's a big resistance at 52. HTZ is going to be an interesting one. It's always an interesting one when it has earnings, and you can see the volume coming right back in this one in the last couple of days. So we'll be watching this one to break 15 today.
Yep.
Let's see anything else we got up on here.
Honestly, it's kind of a dull day, man. I mean, it's surprising. The SPY, is moving some, but most of the stuff on my list is just kind of slow. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be watching FRAN. FRAN, I think that's been one of the bigger moves in the market lately, and that one yesterday before the close went all the way up to 1830s, and so just a huge move. It's back down to 15s now, and like I said, I think if you look at this thing 30 days from now, I think it's probably going to be down, but I think a lot of people were talking about shorting this short term, and yeah, this thing squeezed up crazy on them. And I get the short term short, but I think the risk is just kind of crazy with shorting these. I think you gotta put options is the way to go for sure with these. Just less risk, I think.
All right. One that's interesting that doesn't want to go away is LJPC. I'm going to be waiting for volume to come back in the stock. Been waiting for volume to come back in the stock, but it seems to just want to run without volume. So when a stock wants to run without volume, it just shows that kind of the simplest amount of volume running into the stock can really push it in a direction. I do not think this is one necessarily even the trade for today, but one to watch in the next couple of days as it's making a breakout towards the high, and has gone through now a couple of resistance that were there at 11 and broke through the 11 resistance. So I think if it can hold 11 and keep building volume up here at the 11s, it could definitely one day we wake up and we see it gapped up there to the 1250s and the 13s. So we'll keep an eye on that one over the next couple of days.
Yeah, man, should be fun.
Yep. One of the things I like to do also is kind of find stocks that I think in the next kind of week or two can have big pops. Because if you do that, you can kind of start getting that plan that you want to attack it with. You see the long-term resistance, you see the breakage of the long-term resistance, and then you usually see the volume follow that breakage. So that's why I keep an eye out for these penny stocks like LJPC. I remember I've called out Soli a good day before it broke out. Different stocks like that. Always keep an eye on them. Take a look. Look at the daily chart. When's the volume going to come back? Usually it's going to come back when it breaks through a heavy resistance.
Right.
And then the following day you see the surge of volume because it gets on traders' alerts. Everyone gets to see it after it breaks that high.
Right.
What's the other one? Yuma. Look at Yuma from yesterday. These are the classic penny stocks. This thing went up all day long. If you want and held this, you tried to swing trade this. Ooh, I feel bad for you, man. 330, this thing gave up like a trap. It just knocked down from 472 all the way down to 350 and then all the way down to $3.
Yeah, man. These are typical penny stock moves, though, man. That's why, like, I'll trade penny stocks, but I'm almost solely a scalper with penny stocks. Like, I'm not trying to marry them because of stuff like this, right? You see this stuff happen a ton, just very unpredictable. And like I said, I'll trade. Like, I think there's a few strategies that work really well with penny stocks, right? And I think one of them is the red to green washout long setup. I think that is a very profitable setup with penny stocks. Pre-market high break is kind of so-so. I think it'll work sometimes, and then if you treat it like a scalp, it could be profitable as well. But I just think there's a lot of risk with them too, and I think new traders have to be careful because I think that's what a lot of the time new traders gravitate towards. And I understand it, but I think you just got to be careful. Aren't the markets forecast to be up in pre-market? Yeah, they're up. At least the SPY's up. Look at solid. SPY got really close. The SPY got 3 cents away from its lifetime highs in after hours yesterday. It got up to 302.20. Lifetime highs were at 302.23, so the lifetime highs were here. Very, very close.
Couple of weeks back, couple weeks back, I had this feeling we'd be back up here at 300, testing the high again. It just seemed right. It didn't want to break down through the 285s, and we didn't get really negative news when we were on that pressure point where all the stats were coming out bad. And now that we've gotten supports, catalysts, tariffs getting pushed back, we're right back up there, pushing to the highs, and could break highs today even.
Hey, appreciate the new subs today, Dwayne, Dan, and Robin. We got some normal names up here, man, subbing, man. That's rare, man. We see 3 actual names, like just regular names. So appreciate the subs, guys. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live, Orange Stream, every weekday morning, starting at 8:15 market time. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want an alert every time we go live, click the bell next to the sub button, and you'll get an alert. We just try to be real out here. Day trade live on stream so you can follow our account balance, profit and loss, everything like that. We trade the open every morning, so hit that subscribe button if you want to watch this again. Could go with DWT. I think it's an inverse ETN on stocks. Yeah, it's a. I know it's a gas stock, right? Or oil stock. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't trade these that often. But DWT is looking strong. But yeah, let me see what it is.
It's a triple time leveraged for Citigroup.
Yeah, it's a three times inverse volatility is what it
Same
is.
thing. Opposite of it is UWT.
Yeah, it's kind of like the TVIX with the SPY. It does
Hmm.
the opposite of what the SPY does, three times volatility.
Yep. One of the things I'll tell you about these two stocks is they trade very well. Once they break resistance, they usually come back and hold resistance. Once they break support, they usually come back and hold support. So look for those kinds of moves. Look for moves to break out, come back, pull back, and then follow that breakout. That's at least what I've seen in my short time trading DWT and UWT. Been looking at these for about 2 or 3 months, and that's on average what I see. Breakouts coming right back to the support, or let's say right back to VWAP, and then pushing past beyond that. When it breaks down, it usually breaks down through the support, then pushes it back up to the support, holds it, and gets that momentum to really push.
Hey,
So what I do like about these two is they're trend setters. They like to hold trend.
I appreciate all the new subs today, man. That's 4 regular names in a row. Quick question: where are you guys coming from that are subscribing? I just want to make sure they're not fake. Um, Sometimes you get people that'll kind of send us fake stuff, so I just want to make sure they're not fake. So somebody let me know where those are coming from. If you guys can hear me, um, let me know where you guys are coming from because that's very odd that we have 3 just regular names in a row, and that's a little concerning, you know. But yeah, so SPY, we'll see what happens with the SPY. It's at 301s. We'll see if it holds over 300. But yeah, guys, let's get ready. We got less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Let's do this. What's up, bro? Good morning, brother. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be paranoid. I just, you get. This is the first time I've ever seen that where you get 3, or you get 4, like first and last names in a row subscribing. Back to back. So if y'all are there, let me know. Oh, well, there's Robin, so at least we know she's real. What's up, Robin? Waterloo, Iowa, huh? That's cool. New York, OG subscriber. Nice, man. What's up, Precise? Brazil? Brazil, man. Hey, how about those fights? See, then we got another one, man. We got another first and last name. This is what. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All these first and last names are a little sketchy. I'll just say that, a little sketchy. Cancun, Mexico. Nice, man. What's up, bro? Yeah, I know you're real. I mean, the only ones I'm questioning are the first and last names. You know. What's up, Peter? New York. Nice, man. Yeah, you guys know me. I'm from Louisiana. How about them Saints? How about them Saints, man? Saints doing it this weekend. I put it this way. I'm from Louisiana, and it is a great week to be from Louisiana living in Texas. I'll just say that because the Saints, LSU, that's right. Right. Well, I'm worried about. I'm worried about specifically Dan, Dwayne, Edward, and Thomas here. Those are the 4 I'm worried about because they just first and last names. Uh, Seems a little fake, to be honest. I'll probably have to tell YouTube about it and see what happens. It's alright. I know, Will. I know, Will, man. I know, bro. Hey, bro. There's always next year, Will. Man, the Saints might come back next year. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. We got less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. So yesterday was my first red day this week. We'll see if I can rebound. Gonna look to attack some VWAP fades, VWAP bounces. It depends on what the overall market does. Should be a fun day. Not a ton of volume here, but we should have some action. Gonna be patient though. Wait for the right setups. See what we get. Yeah, it was a good game. That's right, Robert. That's right, man. Okay, so Thomas is real. That's right, bro. Okay, we got Thomas is real. Nah, I think you've subscribed. Yeah, man, we got that rain yesterday in Texas, Robert. That's right, man. I don't know, man. We'll see. uh, nah, we've just had people like I've had a dude that he like he like threatened me and he like sent me a bunch of fake traffic and I was just kind of like, all right, bro, stop it. And so that's why I report it to YouTube and I'm just kind of like, hey, look, this guy did this, and they're just kind of like, all right, you're good, you know. All right, guys, let's do this. We got 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Let's do this. Let's make some money. Yep, rebound day today. Red day yesterday. There's the bell. Let's do this, guys. All right, we got IMXI pushing up. We got AMD spiking up some right at the open. MU dropping on the high of the day Momo scanner. We have specifically VLRX popping up here. VLRX popping up on the high of the day Momo. CELH. ADVM. ADVM bouncing after a big gap down here. We got AU up. We got AMD pulling back already. Let's see.
We'll keep on watch ACB also.
What's up, Mark? Oh, no, you're good, bro. You're good, man. Listen, bro, if you knew my full name, you would laugh at me. So I can't talk about anybody's name being weird. Trust me. But if you're Norwegian, my middle name is actually Norwegian, believe it or not.
All right, guys, seeing MIK take a little bit of a tank here to begin.
All right, SPY bouncing up, a little choppy right now, though. AMD big drop. AMD breaking lows.
All right, guys, with the market being the way it is, looking for some red to green moves right now.
Seeing a little bit of chop right now, really. Some choppiness. A little bit of choppiness here. So yeah, guys, we'll see what we get. See if we can bounce back today. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. Maybe MU for a VWAP bounce. Maybe. Biggest indicating.
Huge pullback at MIK. We'll look for that to bounce if it can.
Biggest indicator that it's choppy is like you can look at all these wicks here, specifically with AMD, but the market itself, I think that's what most people are watching here.
Man, wish I could have had my entry from yesterday.
For what?
This thing looks like it's just about to fall. MIK. Yeah, Michaels. We got a good 50-cent move in the first 3 candles.
There goes AMD breaking highs. Big spike up on AMD, but yeah, up until this point, we've had a lot of up wicks and down wicks, and so just choppy action.
Yep, giving it a moment to balance out here, guys. ACB had earnings today, closed really hard yesterday. After hours brought it down to about 580s. Resistance in that one is 597s.
Look at SINT, guys. Huge push in SINT. Just monstrous rip up here. Pushed up from 250s all the way to 3 in about 3 minutes. Just crazy push. Huge percentage move. Broke pre-market highs at 260 and just finally pulling back to another big support level. Like if you look at SINT here, I actually documented this big support level it pulled back to previously. I didn't document this today. This was an old support level at 277 or really it's at 275. And so I did document that level before, and you can see it pulls back right to that level. So that's interesting.
All right, guys, looking for a red to green move on ACB. Need to pull back to 590s here. Looking for a red to green move there.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at MU for a rejection if it can get up to 84s maybe, but it all depends. I don't mind Michaels. Look at Michaels.
Yep, I'm waiting for it to bounce a little bit more for me.
He's a 38 risk. I don't mind that. Spread is what's going to get me. Spread's like 4 or 5 cents. Just too much. Probably the right move because it's squeezing up. Maybe wait for a fake out fade.
Almost slapped on there. Just changing stocks there. 136 there. Let's see if I get a bounce to it again.
I don't mind it. I mean, if it bounces up to 33, I'll probably take it for a fake out fade with a risk of that previous high at 39.
I liked it at 36. When it popped to 36 on the bid, I was changing my share size, and right when I went to go hit the short, it changed back to 32. Should have maybe just taken the 32, but I wanted to risk closer to 40. And so that was only going to be a 4-cent risk there.
And I want to believe this 208 people here is all real, but like I said, with the names that came through, I don't know, man. Alright, so there's 28. So like I said, we get up to 32, I'll take it. Now for MIK, for Michaels. Maybe MU. I might take MU as well if it gets up to 80 with the 89 risk. I don't mind that.
Looking for bag buyers in ACB. Not seeing them take it just yet.
Might take 500 shares here.
Yep. Not enough bag buyers for ACB. It just cracked down. Was looking to see if I could see some big bag buyers, but we didn't get it there.
See, I was thinking about MIK, but it squeezed up too much, and I think it's probably the right thing I didn't get into it. With the lower volume today, I think I'm just going to get faked out a ton.
Yep. Might make a bounce towards the support, which was a prior support, now resistance. 951s, 952s.
I'm not talking about you guys. I mean, what's up, guys? Appreciate that. Hey, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 8:15, and we actually trade the open every day for free on YouTube. And so if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to all the new people in here. All right, so we got the fake out for MIK. Never quite did what I wanted it to. Are you in anything, Mitch? I'll throw you up if you are.
No, not yet.
Okay. But so right now I'm looking at MU. MU. We'll see if it can bounce up there.
All right, guys.
Quiet, man? I'm quiet today, man. My bad.
There's just not much going on. That's what I think. John's usually calling out every stock that's moving, but just paying attention, guys. Biggest thing I'm looking at MIK here. What's the volume that comes in at the 50s? I got 5,800 shares to go in there. That's the true resistance. That's the prior support. So I want to see if it's going to hold this 950 or if it's going to break out through it.
Yeah. And I'm looking at MU for a 77 entry with a risk of 84, so my risk is 7 cents. But if it drops down here, it's just not as good. So I'm just not seeing. I was looking at MIK, and I almost got into MIK. But in the end, I think that the VWAP's a little bit low on the range. And so I think that would end up hurting me a little bit more. Because that's what happened. We got the squeeze up right after that. ACB, though, might be looking for a fade or a rejection if it gets up there, too. Yeah, you should have a sub button on the cell phone, right? I think you're already subscribed though, Steve. I think so. Not 100% sure, but I think you are, bro. ENPH is about to set up for a fade. Let's check it out.
All right.
Ooh, it
I want to
is.
see MIK try these 950s and reject. If it rejects, I'll go ahead and I'll take a shot off of 952. But we want to see the momentum push forward and then just completely wash off the bottom.
Let's do this. ENPH. Yeah, appreciate that, Funky. ENPH looks solid. It does look solid. Right now I'm looking at MU though. MU gets up to 76. I'll take it with the risk of 84. So 8-cent risk. Big reward.
Here comes that move. Here comes that move towards 50 for MIK. Let's see if we can break through it. If there's volume to break through it, or if it just wants to reject off of it.
All right, we got AU. All right, so here goes MU. It's up to 68. 70s. Let me get this ready. There we go. It's got to get up there, though.
All right, rejection there off of the 50s for MIK.
68. I need 76s here. It's testing the 60s, but I need 76, and I don't know if I'm going to get it, unfortunately.
A little annoyed, guys. Didn't listen to myself. Should have taken their 43s, 44s. Now I'm going to miss MIK. That's why when you make the plan, guys, take the plan. It was a perfect trade right there.
I need up here at 76. Even 74, I'd still probably take MU, but it's got to get up there. And the biggest issue now that I'm seeing now is these wicks, right? Look at this wick. Just buying pressure down there. So got to be careful with that. Yeah, I mean, it got up to 72, so I maybe should have taken it, but it was very quick. Still early. 10 minutes into the day.
Messed up on that MIK. Should have took that. Saw the price action that I needed to see. Should have taken it.
Don't stress it, brother. We still got time. It's very early.
Watching AMAT. But this one's too close to the resistance. I hate when they're too close to the high a day resistance on the daily chart.
We got AU that's kind of setting up for a fade, but I still think it's kind of low on the range. And all this wicks and MU, that's the only issue for it. Like, look at all these wicks, man. Just choppy. I mean, it's maintaining below the VWAP, which is a downward intraday trend, but just choppy. SPY's tanking too. I think that's going to drag MU down too. Hey, nice cat. Congrats. Nice work. Nice, James. You have to hide the chat to see subscribe. But yeah, appreciate all the new subs today. Thomas, Edward, Dwayne, Dan. I guess y'all are real. I don't know if y'all are real. Appreciate it. But yeah. Let's do this, guys. MU kind of set up for it. I just never quite got it there. I'm trying to be patient today, though. You see all these wicks here. That's going to indicate some buying pressure, so I'm just going to try to be patient. We got the SPY, which is kind of at the bottom of the range. Maybe I missed it on MU. What's AMD doing now? AMD looks okay. See, now if we get a move over here, though, it's too parallel for me. For AMD or for MU. So like if I do see it now, I'd actually want to see it push over the VWAP a little bit, maybe up to like 78, 79, and then break back down so I can use like a tight risk above me at like maybe 80 as my risk now.
Welcome back, George. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, Jorge? Is it Jorge or George?
Hey, I like the Jorge better.
Right, I'm thinking Jorge Masvidal, man. I'm thinking Jorge Masvidal. That's what I'm thinking. He hit Ben Askren with that flying knee, man. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's who I'm thinking of when I hear Jorge. Or when I see that. That's how you spell. That's how Jorge's name is spelled too. So SPY just ripped down, just broke lows. So you might see some of these mid and high cap stocks drop now.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Peter. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, we just try to be real. You know what I mean? We just try to put it all out there and just let people watch us. You can watch my account balance from day to day. You know what I mean? Like we just try to be honest and real, and you know, we day trade live and stream. We don't sell any course, and we just try to be real with people. So regardless of whether we win or lose, you know, sometimes we're gonna lose, but we just try to be real. But yeah, there goes MU. I missed my entry on it, unfortunately. It's still very early in the day, though. We're less than 15 minutes in, so we'll still have some setups, I think. Just gonna wait. Let me check the cannabis market. I haven't been following that one that much. CGC had a nice VWAP bounce there. Yeah, there goes the SPY tanking down. I think we might see AMD start to dive too here. But MU had the nice little fade there. Should have taken it, but never quite got to my entry. Appreciate the sub, D. Welcome to the team, D. Appreciate it.
All right.
Is it Jorge or George? We don't sell a course. I mean, listen, we've got like 20 hours of classes and courses, right? But they're all free on YouTube. So, like, go to that playlist. We got a free day trading class playlist. And, like, listen, we tried to do the whole thing.
Trying to get in here on lows, but I hit the limit. That's going to suck.
I mean.
Oh, good Lord.
I missed MU, man. Look at MU tank here. I called it out too. This was like, you can see this arrow here was my entry, and it got up to 4 cents away from it, and then it just tanked. Unfortunate, but
I don't know why I had the limit order put on, but I got blocked out, and it would have been a nice one for lows. Would have got 46s there, 114.46. Risk would have been in the 70, and already going down to the low, 114.20s there. About to break it.
I mean, if you look at the SPY's just ripping down here, which the big thing is, like, I think here's the thing, though. I think we might get a bounce in the SPY because you still got all that resistance or all that support underneath it. And it's still early, man. It's only 15 minutes into the day. I'm just waiting, man. I'm trying to be patient. I'm
just annoyed. Look at that MIK, man. Called that one out perfectly. Reject 50, take the trade. Would have been a good 30, 40 cent winner already.
Ooh, yeah. If that one bounces to the VWAP, I might take it with the risk of that 942 level.
That kind of trade disgusts me, man. I hate when I don't listen to myself. There's one thing that I like to build as a trader, and that's your own decision-making skills. And if you feel that you should take a trade, I like to build that sense in me. And so if I see the complete trade, take the trade. And when you don't, this is what happens usually. There's a reason why you're understanding the trade, willing to take the trade, just didn't. And gave up a good 40-cent winner there easily.
It happens, brother. It happens, man. It's still early, brother. We still got time, bro. So let's do this. All right, so now with MU, I'm thinking I see 68 as an entry, right? If I can get in at 68, there's two options I have for this one, risk-reward-wise. I could either give myself a really, really tight risk and a very solid risk-reward level, but on average, that's going to have a little bit worse accuracy rate, right? So, like, say I use this 72 level as my risk, right? That's 4 cents of risk. And I'm going to get stopped out a ton. But when it actually works, my risk-reward level is going to be like, I don't know what that's going to be right now. That's going to be like 40. It's going to be like 10 to 1 or 5 to 1 reward to risk. But like I said, the accuracy is not going to be as good, right? Or I can give myself a little bit more room, which I would probably prefer, and maybe use this level up here at 81 or maybe 80 as my risk. So my risk is 13 cents, and I'm still going to have at least 2 to 1. So my risk is 13 from 67 up to 80, 13 cents. And then my reward level is from 67 down to about 30. Right, and so that is 37 cents of 37 reward target with a 13-cent risk, roughly 3 to 1 still. And I prefer that a little bit better, and I think my accuracy rate is going to be a little bit higher because my risk is over. 10 cents. I'm not going to take 1,000 shares. I might take like 800 shares or something like that, maybe 700. And that's all dependent on whether MU actually bounces back up to this 67 level. But for now, that's the risk-reward plan I'm thinking of with MU. And we'll see if it gets back up there. It might not get back up there. It might just continue to flush with the overall market itself. The overall market's down to 360 on the SPY. So we'll see. Gonna be patient, wait it out here.
Uh, gonna have to completely ignore MIK now.
Who sounds? I mean, I'm from Louisiana, man. And so, I mean, I don't know what I sound like. I probably have a Cajun accent, but
Good
like I said,
Lord.
how about them Saints? That's all I'm saying. Uh, I'm looking at gold to AU.
Man,
Just watch a different stock, brother. Watch a different stock, man. No point in keep staring at it. You know, let's move on.
yeah, everything's tanking, guys, right now. Missing a couple plays right now.
AMD, if AMD bounces back to the VWAP, I might consider that too. Yeah, there's free classes. Yeah. Yeah, there's free classes. Go to our YouTube channel and go to playlists. You'll find a playlist called Free Day Trading. It's either called Free Day Trading Camp or it might be called Free Day Trading Course / classes. We got about what, like 20, 21 of them now. Probably like 15 to 20 hours. We still got a bunch more we got to upload, but that's what we have uploaded so far. Market's just tanking. I'm gonna wait. We should get a pullback soon. Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year, man. Get out of here with that, bro. Get out of here with that, man. Honestly, the Saints are gonna redeem themselves this weekend, man. That's all. That's all. You know, Saints Rams 2 coming up after last year, that robbery. Saints Rams 2 coming up, man. We're about to redeem ourselves. Yeah, I'm just waiting for some pullbacks to the VWAP. You can see these are just tanking here. Just haven't gotten any pullback. As this continues to drop, I'm going to have to recalculate my risk reward to see what we get. SPY down. AMD down. MU down. We should get a few pullbacks to the VWAP, which should be interesting here. That's all I'm waiting on. We're doing stocks. We're doing stocks, man. We're day trading, specifically stocks. But yeah, welcome to the team, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day, showing you all of our, trading. So can't fake it even if we wanted to, because it's live every single day. Win or lose, we don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that. We just let you watch us and see what it's like. And so yeah. Up till yesterday, I had 90%. I had 9 out of the last 10 trades were profitable, and I streamed all of it live. Yesterday, I had 2 losses. It brought my accuracy down in the last few weeks to around 75%, but definitely still an acceptable accuracy rate. Just trying to be very patient today, though, because yesterday was my first losing day this week, and so just trying to take it slow now. Waiting for this pullback on MU. Gonna have to recalculate risk reward and use that 73 level, so about 12-cent risk for MU if it does pull back to the VWAP, and then it's still a big reward, 40-cent reward, so 4-1 at least. I'd probably end up taking profits though if it gets down to like really realistically like the $0.50 here, because it might find some support there too. No options. My lawsuit. AMD. We'll see if AMD pulls back to 30.20. If it can pull back to 30.20, I'll take it with a really tight risk of like 5 cents here with 1,000 shares. That'll be fun. Big reward. It's the only reason I'm down to do it, but it's got to actually pull back there for AMD. What would you say is the best way to increase accuracy? Scalp. Scalping positions will give you a substantially higher accuracy rate relative to what holding a position over like 5 minutes will do. If you quickly scalp, your accuracy should increase if you're doing it correctly. That's why I scaled up in size 2 weeks ago, and I've been mostly scalping. And like I said, up until yesterday, my accuracy rate was like 90%. And most of that is because I'm scalping it. I'm getting in and out very, very quickly. But I'm combining scalping with a high accuracy setup as well. And I'm waiting for very strict entries. And so that's kind of the way to do it, I think. All right, here goes AMD. Let's see if it works. I mean, I still got MU2 that I could take a look at. There's 18s, 19s. All right, I'm in with 1,000 shares at 19 on AMD. We're gonna see if we get a quick pullback here. 1,000 shares. Risk is 25 or so. So a pretty tight risk. I'm gonna see if we get that rejection here, is what we want to see. But either way, it's going to be a small trade, I think, regardless. Not looking too hot. Unfortunate we're getting the squeeze up, but keeping it small still. Like I said, I'll let it test 25, but if it breaks 25, gets up to 26, I just got to bail out of it here. And that seems pretty likely at this point. $25s, 26. I'm out. So like I said, got out at 26. Just squeezed up a little bit too much, unfortunately, right after I decided to jump into it. I kept the risk reward pretty tight though, so I'm not really upset with it. I think that, what's the market doing? I think that the SPY's bouncing, and yeah, I think my risk reward was good, so I'm okay with that one. Just gonna move on, look for some other trades. But man, these last 2 days have been tough. Yeah, for sure. At this point, I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for MU to pull back to the 50s now, see if we can get that. But yeah, AMD squeezed me up, which is okay. And like I said, the last 2 weeks have been great. You know, even now I'm still 8 for 12. So 8 out of my last 12 trades have been successful. And so, like I said, I can't be greedy. I have to be able to accept a losing day, you know, if they happen. And, you know, I had a really solid green streak. And so if I'm on a little slump, I think that's okay too. Gonna look at AU for a fake out fade maybe, which is gold. Yeah, it did me dirty too, bro.
ACB looking strong here, guys.
Y'all are mad.
ACB breaking 6.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to everybody's comments. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah, if I don't get to your comments, guys, just try to be patient. Especially if I'm like right in the middle of trading. You know, is what it is. I'll try to get to them though. Who's Josh? Is there a Josh here? Oh, here we go. Oh, I see it, Velocity. Love your videos, brother. I learned the VWAP fade and bounce from you and modify it. I'm into algorithmic trading and trying to make your strategy rules based. Hey, nice, brother. Hey, good to hear, man. Yeah, bro, the VWAP fade is super profitable. And yeah, if you catch me today, I mean, today was a losing trade so far, but I'm still well into the profit in this account, and most of it is from VWAP fades. And so, yeah, man. Hey, appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate the love, man. I don't have a
Um,
long-term portfolio.
Velocity, what I would say, at least to answer your question, I would recommend trying to figure out which percentage moves have a higher probability chance of fulfilling the fade and the bounce. So test stocks that fulfill it and test the percentage that it moved before it went to VWAP. At least that's the data that I wish I could kind of collect.
Oh. Uh, yeah, no worries. SPY pulling all the way back to the VWAP here, though. I was looking at AU to see what we get there, but SPY pulling all the way back to the VWAP.
There's a breakout ACV through the 6.
And serious question, though. Does Josh show his account balance? I'm guessing no, right? Look at the SPY go up to 301. And if he does, power to him, man. I just know a lot of people don't. But SPY is slowly edging closer to 301. We'll see what we get there. Yeah, we see that, man. We see that.
Saw a strong rejection there.
Oh, AU. AU getting up there. I might consider a short here, but it's just going to be a small position size. Yeah, I bet. That's the only thing I ask about any other person that streams is, do they show their account balance? Do they show their P&L?
All right.
There's 97s, 99s, 01s. I'm thinking about shorting gold here, but I think I'm going to be patient. I think it all is dependent on what the SPY does. I think if the SPY goes up, or if the SPY goes down, gold's going to go up. And so I got to be wary of what happens with the SPY.
Oof.
Oh, no stress. IQ for the VWAP fade. Let's take a look. I'm waiting for MU. That's the one I've been kind of doing. Yeah, IQ does look good. I kind of want to take this one, but I want to take it for like 300 shares. Something small with AU. Yeah, keep an eye on it, see what we get. It's up to O2s though. Don't want to get squeezed up like I did on AMD. Yeah, I was confused, man. I thought people were just getting my name wrong. All right, MIK. Looking at MIK here, it's finally starting to move up. If it gets up to 22, I could risk off at 30, 8 cents. And then my reward level would be down at 9. And so my reward would be 22 cents. My risk would be 8 cents, giving me better than 2 to 1 reward to risk, about 2.5 to 1. And so that looks solid. We're going to wait to see if we get a move up to 922 for MIK. And that's kind of what I'm looking at now.
I'm looking at a potential long in HTZ.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's different, brother. Everybody trades different, man. And it's all preference. You know, one thing I know is that I can't tell you somebody else's strategy doesn't work. I can say it doesn't work for me, but I can't tell you whether it's going to work for them or not. Because everybody's personality is different. They're going to be holding trades longer, shorter than other people. There's 17s for MIK. Get up to 18s or 19s, I'll start to scale into it. There's 19s. All right, I'm in with 500 shares of MIK. I'm with 500 shares on this bounce up to the VWAP. We'll try to add some more if it gets up to 21 here. Appreciate the sub information. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Goal here is 9, maybe around 9. I was also looking at MU. We'll see what happens with MU. MU's getting up there too, and I really wanted that one more than I wanted MIK too. I think we're probably getting a rip in the market. Yep, market's testing highs. Kind of wanted MU here. I think a lot of it's going to be dependent on what the market does here too. So we'll see if we get a rejection, but I think it's going to be dependent on what happens with the market. We got a little turnaround in the market, and so I think I let my fear get me out of taking the full 1,000 shares of this one, but I wanted MU, and MU is right there too. That's the biggest frustrating thing about it.
All right, guys, long here, HTZ.
All right, we got up to 14s. I guess I should have taken the bigger size here. I'm gonna take half off there. Took 250 off. Still holding 250. Man, I think I'm gonna be bummed out about MU, guys. I think I'm gonna be a little bummed out about MU. I just missed it. MU was the one I really wanted, and I think this one actually faded a little bit better than MU, just to give myself a little bit credit. But I was waiting for MU all day, and I was just already in this one, unfortunately. Small trade. Should have taken 1,000 shares of trade, and so I got to be honest with myself about it. Should have done a few things differently here, but it is what it is. I could consider adding back at 920s. I could consider adding back at 920s, and MU is still back there, so I could take MU as well now. Velocity, I mean, the biggest thing you want to do, man, is just take it slow, brother. The biggest problem with the trading community, right? The biggest issue with the trading community is that you have all these gurus, right? And these gurus teach you financial freedom, right? And they tell you, hey, do you want to make $1 million in 2 weeks? Buy my trading course. You know what I mean? Make $1 million in 2 weeks. When the truth is, 90% of traders are going to fail, and the ones that do succeed, it's genuinely going to take them like at least a few years to actually learn how to do it successfully and consistently. You know, and I don't care what course you buy. I don't care what strategies you use. I don't care if you got the best teacher in the world. It's still probably going to take you at least a year to be successful. And that's what they don't tell you, because they want you to buy their trading course. You know what I mean? But trading's not like that. It takes years to do successfully, and even then it's not guaranteed. And so the best thing you can do is just take it slow. Experience is going to give you so much more in the long run than any course, any strategy. Just trading actual live money with small size, I will say. Trade small. Don't trade huge. Trade with small size. Take it slow. Learn how to trade. Learn how to handle your emotions while you're in the trade, and that's how you're going to eventually grow to be successful. If you rush it and you jump in with 1,000 shares, 500 shares as a completely green, brand new trader, you're just going to lose your account before you gain that experience, and you're going to give up, and you're going to say trading's rigged, and you're never going to come back to it. And so just take it slow. Best advice I could give a new trader. You know, buy 100 shares and just try to find consistent profits with 100 shares. That's my advice for traders. All right, I'm in MIK. I think I'm just going to set a stop loss here and then check on MU, because that's the one I really wanted. What's my stop? Actually, I might just get out of this. This has dropped enough for me to be very profitable in it. All right, I got out of that one, so I made about $60. Very small trade, $50, but I'll take it. Only down around 40 on the day, and MU is right at my level here. All right, here's MU. Here, I'll reply to some of y'all's comments in a second. Gonna use a 60 risk, maybe actually a 62 risk. And so if I can get in with 300 shares right now, and then add to this one for MU, that's what I'm looking to do. If we can get back up to 48, I'll probably take it. Market looks to be fading down, which should be good for me. Maybe I'll try adding a little bit more if it bounces back up to 48. Like I said, maintaining that 60 risk.
Yeah, just got stopped out, HTZ.
Ah, man. Nobody tell me about MIK, man. Look at MIK.
Dude, no one tell me about MIK. I literally could have had a 950 entry on that one.
It hurts for me too. I was just holding it. I made some money on it, but I got out a little bit too early, I think, with that one. I was also looking at
no
AU.
lie. Last 2 days I could have been up more than $1,000 just on MIK.
Oh, I'm only holding 300 shares, man. I thought I was holding 500.
It's so annoying when the top watch on your list, you don't even trade it.
Whoa. I'm out. I'm out of this. No. What the hell, man? I tried to get out, I tried to get out of this one, and I just got squeezed up super quick because, I guess it could have been worse. Like, look at the SPY here. Look at this. SPY just ripped up here. Just absolutely ripped up here. What came out? Something came out. Was it a tweet? Dare I say, was it a tweet? Ugh, that hurts. And then it just completely reverses. Was it a tweet? Let me see. I gotta check Twitter.
All right. All right, quick scalp here, MU, guys.
Yeah, I'll throw you up.
I already sold it.
Yeah,
Literally bought it, sold it within the minute.
I'm checking Twitter here, see if what happened. Was it a tweet? Something happened.
Oh.
Yep.
Sold it early, guys. Could have already been up $200.
Look at, I got out of MU, but man, I got out at the right time. That thing just squeezed up 40 cents. And so I got to be optimistic there and say, okay, I got out at the right time. Look at the market just rip here, though, guys. Crazy.
Yeah. Annoyed that I sold my shares.
You couldn't have predicted this big rip in the market, man. This thing just came out of nowhere. I still don't know what the cause of it is. Let me look it up. I can look it up in Benzinga.
A little frustrating there.
All right, so the U.S. House Judiciary Committee voted to adopt a resolution intensifying the impeachment probe of U.S. President Trump. U.S. President Trump's advisors are considering an interim China deal to delay tariffs. So both of those just came out. The more recent one was U.S. President Trump's advisors are considering an interim China deal to delay tariffs. So that's what we got. Michael's back up there, though. But I don't think I really want to trade right now, at least, until we get some type of confirmation in these. Because, yeah, I just got stuck in that news. Yeah, crazy move here. And remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago. We do it live every day, showing our account balance. You can actually keep track of our account balance and watch us to see how we're doing. I'm currently up about $500 in profit in this account. We're going to keep building, keep pushing. Recently scaled up to 1,000 shares. Tried to scale up to around 1,000 to 500 shares per trade. Today I kind of floundered a little bit and dropped back down, but that's what we're looking at now. And so I don't mind MIK here again. If we can get it up to 19 again, I can risk off of 25 or so. Yeah, that's the part of trading you cannot plan for. Absolutely, Wheel. And it's unfortunate, but hey, I think I noticed the level 2 start to go crazy, right? Like as soon as it was happening, and was luckily able to just jump out of it with for a 10-cent loss, you know? Like $40 loss, so very minimal. I think I've kind of minimized the loss, or what could have been a much larger loss if I would have tried to get stubborn with it and hold on there. And so I'm happy with it for sure. Was looking at 16s or 17s for MIK. It just never quite got up there. I might miss it. We're getting some action now, though. I mean, we're only 30 minutes into the market day, and we got a ton of crazy movement so far. So ENPH, let's see. Ooh, ENPH. Yeah, I mean,
well, everything really ripped, so strong
ENPH.
stocks moving.
Well, ENPH looks like a fade here. We'll see. ENPH, though, huge range relative to what I'm typically taking. If I can get in at 35, I could use a risk level of 65, and so, 30-cent risk. Gonna have to size down for that one, though. But yeah, that news definitely ripped the market up. Definitely ripped the market up.
All right.
I don't think Michaels is gonna lean on the market too much, though. So like I said, if he can get up to 19s, I'll probably short it again. But it's got to get up there in order for me to have good risk reward. I like it because I can risk it off of this now top right here at 924. So like if it gets up to 19, I can risk it off at 24. My risk is like 5 cents. I can set a reward target down to like 905. It just depends on how close the spread can stay, because what I don't want is the spread to be massive there. And
all right, guys, long here in square. Long here in square.
Yeah, I'll throw you up. All right, guys, we got Mitch here. Let me throw him up.
All right, guys, want this to break out through the 90s, get to that 59.
Can you guys see that? Yep.
Want to see the volume come right back in here and just rip. There you go. Looking good for us.
Looks good. Exactly, John. Yeah, a lot of times I'm going to get faked out at those levels, and so I don't want to get faked out, and so I just try to get in and out. I try to set mental stops because hard stops can be manipulated, faked out. And
all right, guys, just sold a little bit on that pop.
Looks good.
Looking for a bigger pop here into 59.20s. Bought the pullback on the stock that I found at the weakest point.
And I am in MIK with 500 shares. Looking for a fake out fade here. Drop back down to 9 or so.
Got to hold to that 79 right now. Let it try to rip back over 59s. Here comes the volume. Next candle is going to be important on the square. There you go. It's pushing up. See if we can get this break of 59 right now. Real key is the SPY's pushing up, guys. SPY's almost now to 302s, trying to get to the highs. There you go, pushing. I think we broke the high on the SPY.
Yeah, for a split second, we broke it by about, what is that, 15 cents?
Yep. All right, guys, paying really close attention here. Don't want to let this get into the red. Need to take green from this trade here, guys. Just giving myself an opportunity to see if this can get right back up there. Might have to sell right here. Gonna have to hold to that 79. There's the 80s getting scooped up. Let's see if it pushes again to 59 and breaks it.
All right, so we did get a drop back down to 15s on MIK. I'm about break even in it now. We'll see what we get. I don't necessarily like my entry too much. Maybe I should have added my size back up here at 19. But we'll see. I'll consider it.
All right, need to see the volume step up here in the 90s. Big buyer to step up. Here comes the 90s. There's 92s. Need a buyer to step up right in this area. Didn't get the step up. Got to be careful here.
I was thinking about adding to mine right around 18, but the bid was too low, unfortunately. So I might just let it sit.
Keeps getting scooped off that 80.
There's the SPY
So
rip
it's
here.
looking good. There you go. That's looking great there.
SPY's ripping.
All right, guys. Yep. If we get the breakout through 59, we'll hit the ad. Reason why we're going to hit an ad is that we'll be breaking a support, and it can make that next move up to 59.50. All right, so let's give it a chance here. It's going to pull back, and you got to be really tight on that 80.
It's back up to 19s for MIK.
All right, guys, not going to let this turn right on me. I might even stop out and get back in it, but what's worse is losing gains that I've already gotten on this stock.
Why are we following the SPY when the stocks we're trading aren't even on it? Because the overall market affects and has sway over a ton of different stocks, regardless of whether they're in the SPY or not. Like the overall market's going to affect most mid and high cap stocks. 3 out of 4 stocks actually follow the overall market, and so it only makes sense to see what the overall market is doing relative to what the stocks we're holding are doing.
All right, guys, really defined bottom there at 80 for a square. Giving myself more than enough time here to try to get that big win through 59. Not seeing it there, guys. It's going to pressure down now. Here comes the last test here. Should break out here. There's the push towards 98. Let's see if we get a buyer to step up at 98s.
All right, we'll see if we get a flush down. I'm still holding Michaels. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get flushed down here or not.
Here we go, guys. 59 showing up there.
There's 20s. Got to be careful here for up top break, which I might get. There's 23s.
Lots and lots of volume coming in at the top
Fours.
here. Trying to see if it's going to break 59 here.
Very
There we
close to
go.
exiting mine on Michaels, 24s.
All right, mine just pulled back from above 59. So if I might take a shot here, I might add and then just hold to my break-even rate. But it's pulling back really strongly there. Got to be careful here.
Flush back down.
Yeah, flush back down. Be careful if you're on the long.
All right, so was about to get out of Michaels, but it confirmed my risk, which is good. Usually, when it confirms the risk like that, it's better for me. It just gives it another resistance level above it. Ooh, look at the ENPH fade. I know somebody was calling out that ENPH fade right there. Beautiful fade, man. I hope you took advantage of it because that one was one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. And so, I think, who called that one out? I hope you killed it with that one, man. Looked like a really solid fade. Sorry, I've been kind of focusing on my trade. But, there we go.
Just got to hang tight right now and square, guys. Hanging tight is what we need to do here. Not adding or subtracting right here. Waiting for the breakout to show confirmation here at 59. There we go. Got a bunch of ads there. Now let's see if it holds this 59 on the bid.
Mitch is talking right now. The guy that's in this trade right now is talking.
All right, there's the pullback. That's what we didn't want to see, so just watch out. We can't let it go through that 58.80. You see, this is what I was mainly concerned about. If we're going to get above 59 and hold. All right here is going to determine it here, guys. This next 1 minute candle.
The guy that's talking right now is the guy on this on the
Ooh.
on the screen right now.
Just got a wick towards 59.20s. Not sure if that was that was 33,000 shares going through there at 59.24. All right, guys, looking to add here near 59. Closest near 59, I'm looking to add my shares right back in here. We got a nice, clear, defined breakout here.
Yeah, it looks good for you, bro. Nice work, man.
Right there. All right, guys, just hit my ad here. Gonna risk towards this 80. Let's see if we can get back into 59 and really get that lift towards 59.20s.
Yeah, we got a Discord group. I'll post it.
Hang tight here.
Yeah, you want to join our Discord? Here's the link. But like I said, we day trade live every day. But yeah, you want to keep track of this. All right, I took half off of my MIK trade. Sorry, I've been trying to manage this at the same time. I took half off of my MIK trade. It fell down to 906. Gotta let the rest work here. Still a, kind of a so-so day. Haven't really lost a ton. Haven't made a ton. Currently down 37. And so just a kind of a boring day, honestly.
There you go. Good lift there, guys. All right, guys. If this gets to 59.10, we'll take 300 shares off, which is going to leave us with 500 shares for a nice breakout run.
All right, I got out of my trade on MIK. You can see I'm down 47 on the day, so very small so far.
I didn't like how it pulled back a little bit there. Got to hang tight to my entry here. Remember, we want to see this get right back above 59, come in with volume. The volume's slowing down here. You see the 1 minute volume slowing down?
Yes, this is
not
live.
what we want to see.
This is live Orlando. Okay, so if it's your first time joining us, we got Mitch talking right now. Mitch is my partner. Sometimes he has his face cam up, sometimes he doesn't. But we both trade live, right? So this is Mitch's screen right now. You can see Mitch's screen because he's in a trade. I just got out of my MIK trade. And so you can see me. I'm John. I'm the one talking right now. Mitch is the other guy talking, and you can see his screen right now. So you can see his trades. So just to clarify, everybody asking about that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Remember, we don't want to get this into a loser here, so we got to hang tight here with this support 87 right there.
And in case anybody's wondering, I am a cyborg. That's why my face looks like this. You can kind of see me when I turn certain ways. I am actually a cyborg. So.
Yeah. Terminator.
Right. I am actually the bad guy from Terminator 2. Only Terminator 2, though. Not Terminator 1. Terminator 2. I'm that bad guy. I'm that Terminator, you know.
Yeah, that guy didn't go down.
Right. Right.
All right, guys. Got to be careful right here. Seeing a lot of volume build up there in the 96, 94s, but we got to hang tight, guys. All right, here we go. The last final push to 59. Can we get above it?
If MIK gets back up to 918, I'll short back into it. I've already taken 2 trades with MIK. We'll see what else we can get. It's about 9:30.
There
We'll
you
see
go.
if we can find anything
Volume
else.
jumped back in there, guys. Let's give it a chance. 25,000 shares there going through at 59.03.
There you go. Looks good, bro.
No, just giving it a chance here to break out. Here's the resistance right here, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm quick with it, though. Boom.
Here you go.
Just showed you guys how you don't overreact here.
Hey, appreciate
All
the
right.
subs, guys. Appreciate all the subs. Orlando, what's up, brother? Let's see who else we got.
Boom. All right, guys, selling a little bit there. Sold 300 shares just to pull a little bit off now. Have 159 sitting in the green with 500 shares at 58.90s. Definitely going to hold to that 58.90s. That was right here at the bottom of this candle. Can't let it go below that, but going to give it all the time in the world to get back up there to 59.50s.
Appreciate the sub, Orlando, John, Mark, all the other guys. What's up, guys? Appreciate the subs. Yeah, we do this live every day. We do this live every single weekday for free on YouTube. We stream live, showing you our account balance, showing you our profit and loss. Can't fake it even if we wanted to because you can keep track of everything. So we hope you appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. We'll be back live tomorrow if you want to join us then. We day trade the open every day.
Nice. We just saw a really good pullback to 59 and to get filled. Trade looking good. Just got to hold break even no matter what and let this trade work here.
Man, everybody's talking about how Josh is doing. I hope I don't even know the dude. I hope he's better, though, man. You got me concerned about him over here, man. Man, MIK, we'll still look for a bounce. Maybe AU as well. What did AMD end up doing? AMD's holding above the VWAP. We start at 8:15 every morning. Can you answer in this chat? What's up? Yeah, man, what's up, bro? What do I do besides trade? I have 2 Amazon businesses. I'm a real estate agent. And I'll run this YouTube and a day trade, you know.
There we go, guys. Look at that. Breaking out through the 20s here.
Y'all go check out Trade Ideas as well. If you want to use the same scanners that Mitch and I use every day, go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game and super customizable dynamic scanners. You know, and I think there's a real reason all the top traders use Trade Ideas is because they're objectively the best scanners in the game by far. And so if you want to check them out, I'll post this link here. Great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission if you sign up through us. And so if you want to check out the scanners,
All right,
we're
guys.
using,
Orders out right here to sell. You guys see the order right on my screen. Looking to sell right here. Here, I'm going to cancel it.
Looking good, man. Nice trade, brother.
Sell some right there at 26s. Have 200 shares left, guys. Now we got $266 on the name. Still holding from 58.90s. Looking for a move up there to 59.50s. There we go. Getting a good lift there. Now into the 30s and 40s. This is when you want to go ahead and put an order out just in case you get a squeeze towards the 50 area.
Yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and put the order out there. Look for that move towards the 50. And then I'll sell as it breaks through this 40 and gets up there to closer to the 50.
Nice work, brother.
Could get a pullback to 59 here, guys. So that's fine too. What we'll hold is our break-even rate no matter what on the rest of it.
What's up, Roberto
Trying to maximize
Gomez?
this gain, man. Trying to maximize.
Hey, bro, you held on. I probably would have sold, so I give you credit, man. You were more patient with it than I would have been for sure. I appreciate the sub, Roberto Gomez Arenas.
One of the biggest things, guys, I try to work on is always getting the results to match the trade. If I don't match the trade, I usually don't feel good at the end because I'm not trading my system. A lot of the times I look back on my day and I try to judge it not based on if I went green or red, but based on how did I really trade? Did I trade my system? And I think that's one of the best ways you can look at your trading is make a calendar and only scribble it green or red on how you executed your strategy and not how your realized profit or unrealized profit looked at the end of the day. Reason why is because at the end of the day, we want to build results that match our strategy. And if our results can match our strategy, I think that's really when you can size up, when you can take leaps, because now at least you're getting your mathematical advantage on the risk management side and you're taking the right trades on the strategy selection side. So pull back to 59 is fine. 59.90s is where we would get out. So an easier way to do this when you're a beginner trader to kind of hold yourself towards these gains is to just put a stop. I don't really like stops, but when you're already in the green and you've gotten a good move towards your direction, there's nothing wrong with them, especially on TEFs. Your orders don't really sit out there, so it's not the same as another broker. With CFDs, we can use that advantage actually and set it up here. So we'll set up to get out just in case at 89. I usually do 1 cent or 2 cents away from where I would really want to get out. So let's do 88.
Hey, appreciate all the subs today. Hey, appreciate the $2 dono, Brian. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Cancel this order here at 48 for the sells, but I'm going to let it push here, see if it gets to it right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a slight delay. 8-month trade accuracy percentage. I can't give you my 8-month, but I can give you my. Let me see. I'll bring out my trader.
Yeah, there might be a slight delay. Very slight. It's just one way of keeping the latency for you guys on the stream.
This is me. 90-day profit chart, 60-day. 30-day. I had my biggest loss in over a month yesterday, and today I'm down $40, and so I'm in a little slump. But up until this point, like I said, my accuracy was like 90% before yesterday. And
Stop
it's just
trying to get back up there.
Hey, appreciate it, Andy. Appreciate it, Stephanie. I know
what we'll do is let's put this stop order, and we get the limit order ready.
I can't even read this. There's too much.
We can cancel, and we'll hit the sell. Here we go, getting a momentum push. If we get a push towards 40, we got to go ahead and try to put that sell order out there.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate the sub, Andy. Appreciate that, brother. Welcome, man.
Canceling down, putting the sell order out.
Oh. Mitch killing it over here, man.
So this is the one thing that I think really defines us different than other channels is that we show you our order screen. So you're really seeing me set up the trade here. You're seeing me not hide anything, actually put in the orders and tell you that I'm putting in the orders, not just, oh, now I'm in with 1,000 shares and I'm like 50 cents ahead. That's not what I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see the pressured moments. I want you to hear what we're thinking through the pressured moments, and that way we could actually gain from here.
Somebody asked, why is there two of us trading? Or why are there two of us talking? Because two of us are trading. You know, we're both trading. But I do know a Stephanie LeBlanc, and I just got to subscribe from Stephanie LeBlanc. And so if that's the Stephanie I know, what's up, Stephanie? Hope you're doing well. I don't know if it is or not. I think LeBlanc's a pretty common name, but we'll see. You know, I don't know. What's up, Sid?
What's up? What's up, Trish?
What's up, Trish?
What's up, Sid?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that. We just teach you guys like a system. And it's all about building a trading plan, right? You want to calculate risk reward in your trading plan.
All right, 10 seconds lag. That's not too bad. You know, one of the things is if we have it at perfectly live, what ends up happening is there you go.
I just realized that my wife came and talked to me. I muted you. That's what it is. My bad.
You're good.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No stress. Just watching this trade.
But yeah, no, the big thing to do, guys, is to calculate risk and reward before you actually get into the trade, right? That way you know where your entries, your exits are going to be, and it's more objective before you enter the trade, right? If you try to calculate it after you're in the trade, you're obviously going to be biased towards a certain direction that you want the stock to go to, right? And so the way to get around that is to calculate it before you enter the trade. Know your plan, know your entry, exit, reward target, you know, so forth and so on. And that way you're the most objective and you're not going to be biased towards any specific direction, you know. Yeah, man, listen, y'all can have fun. I don't care, bro. You know, like I said, y'all have fun.
All right, look at that SPY up there. That thing's up there, man. All right, guys, just got to hold towards the supports here.
I'm looking at ENPH, man. Somebody called ENPH for the VWAP fade out earlier, and they were absolutely right, man. I don't know if I want to force it, though. Like, up until yesterday, I was at 90% accurate. 9 out of 10 trades were successful, and I streamed all of them live. Yesterday, I hit a little bit of a red trade. Today, I'm slightly red, and so I don't want to force it. I don't need to force it. If I have 2 losing days in a row, I think that's okay. First time that's happened in a while. But I can't force it. I can't trade recklessly or revenge trade. I just have to wait for myself to see some solid setups. And if I do, then I can take the trade. But if I don't see them, I'm not going to take them. Here, let me put bitch back up. There we go. MIK, Michaels. Yeah, no, I'm seeing Michaels. I got out of Michaels, though. I was holding it with 500 shares. But I covered it around the low of the day. Because if you look at this, right? Like, look. So with Michaels, I'm not actually trying to take advantage of this breakdown here. All I'm trying to do with Michaels is take advantage of this range. And so I'm trying to short it at the top, and I'm trying to cover it at the bottom, right? Giving myself a tight risk to base it off of. And that way I have a small risk, a big reward, and then I'm just taking advantage of the range, right? Because the most likely spot for this stock to bounce was right here at $9. And so I'm just trying to take profits there, and that's the goal. I'm not trying to trade the breakout of the low of the day here. So we'll see what we get. We might get a bounce back here. I'm also looking at ENPH. ENPH looks solid, and I could use this risk level up here at like 30. And so my risk is like 23 cents. But my reward level is down here at 22.30. I appreciate all the subs. Let me change this. I'll change this here so you guys can see both of them. There we go. But I'll throw Mitch up since he's actually in a trade.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out now, but yeah, you guys can watch by all means. See some of the bigger stocks.
All right, guys. So I'm waiting for EMPH. We'll see if we get that pull back to 2307. If I do that, I can use that 2330 level as my risk, and that's 23 cents. And then I can set a reward target down to 22, which is about $1 down, right? So that's just about 4-to-1 reward to risk ratio. We'll see if we can get that. That's what I'm waiting for now on EMPH. I might take it. I might not. We'll see. I appreciate the sub, Ahmed, Fubarski, Jay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the team. Appreciate the subs. Like I said, man, look at this. I look like a cyborg here. Let me try to fix this. Look at this. Watch. Let me see. You can see it's actually like green, you know. We're going to mess with it here. There we go. That's a little bit better. I look less like a cyborg then. Alright. Oh, alright, guys. We'll see what we get today.
Yep, looking for these 90s to hold here. If it can hold here in the 90s and come right back up to 59.20s, I definitely think it's going to get to the 59.50 target that we originally set in the trade. So just sticking towards that result. If I get stopped out here, it's not a bad stop out, because what I'm trying to do here is called maximizing your last little bit of shares. And that's what we try to do. Sometimes we're taking more range trades. We're just taking base hits, looking for the bottom to the top range. Sometimes we're going to get in a stock and we're going to sell a good chunk of it, and then we're going to let the rest of it work in our direction.
Do you guys look? Yes. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, the scanner's trade ideas, do you guys look? Yes, I guess so. I look sometimes, waiting for ENPH to get up to 23.05.
Chris, you're almost going to get yourself a pony with that.
You want a pony?
ENPH.
I want a pony too, bro. You want to hear a sad story? When I was 10 years old, right, my grandmother bought my sister and I a pony. Right, my grandmother actually bought us a pony. Right, every kid's dream. We got a freaking pony. Right, my grandmother lived with some land out in Walker, Louisiana, which is like the country. Right, so we get this pony one year for Christmas. Right, and we're super happy. We're riding this pony. Right, the pony's name was Sunshine. A week later, this pony falls in a ditch and dies. Right, and my parents had to tell us that our brand new pony died. I'm sure everybody's here sitting there like, rich kid sob story, right? But really, I'm not even a rich kid. My grandmother bought me the pony. But, man, we got a pony. It died a week later. Sad story. Never had a pony again.
All right, guys. So we have a question here in the chat. Do we use other time frames than the 1 minute? That's actually how I selected these targets in this trade. I wanted to get to this support, this pre-market support, and I used the 5 minute to easily find that it was at 59.50. So that's really where my target is. One of the things I want to see is this stock is in a micro bearish trend for the day. But if it breaks out through this trend line that you clearly see here on the 5 minute, if it gets above that and then clears 59.50, we can easily get the volume to push it towards this 60 level. And so that's the kind of trade that I'm looking for. That's the plan that I set and the plan that I'm going to go after.
Right.
So if we
Moral of the
go,
story. The chat is blowing up after the pony story. Moral of the story: ponies die fast. Absolutely, man. Never got a pony again. Never asked for one. I don't even want a pony now, man. It ruined my pony, my desire for a pony for the rest of my life, man. You know, never.
oh, hey, that definitely can happen. I can't
Right.
blame you, man.
Still haven't rode a pony to this day. Still
Let's
never rode a
just
pony.
let's
You
just
know?
say I had Max. I had a hamster named Max. Let's just say I had Max 1, 2, 3. After the third guy, I was just like, all right, no more Maxes.
Right.
These hamsters keep dying, man.
Oh, for sure, dude. We had two hamsters named Vladimir and Nikolai, right? Because they were Russian hamsters. And
Oh,
we
oh.
got them for my daughter when she was like little. You know, she was like 3. We got her these two Russian hamsters, and we naturally we named them Russian names, right? Those things died within like a week, right? It was just a life lesson for my daughter. It's like, look, ponies don't die fast, hamsters die quick. You know?
Yeah, man. Oh, I remember one time I said, yeah, can I take my hamster camping? There you
Right.
go, guys. Stop that right there as it hits my 88 level, 90 level. Sometimes the bid separates. That's why I usually put it 2 cents down to give me a little bit of room right here. Because usually what I'm looking for in this area is to see if there's volume to fill it, to break it down through it. But I'm more than fine with taking that gain. $261 on the name, and I'll take that for the day. Sitting in the green, might trade again, might not. Really it's going to be dependent on
The market.
the patterns I see in the market overall.
Yep.
But it definitely would have stopped me out there going down to 85, wicking through. And that's what happens there. A lot of the stops got activated.
The chat's cracking me up today, man. After the hamster story too. Yeah, man. So how did the pony die? The pony died because my grandmother, my Mimi is what I call her because I'm from Louisiana, right? So grandmothers are Mimi. It's French, right? Her last name was Vaillant, right? So she had this land out in Walker, Louisiana, and so we got a pony. Apparently, the pony like broke through the back fence and like got into the woods and then fell into a ditch without us actually knowing about it, right? So
Man.
it got stuck in the mud. It was like storming. It got stuck in the mud, and that's what happened.
Hey, just got a big move, guys. Big move on the downside,
Hey, look at
guys.
the spy here. The spy's
Yeah,
ripping
big
down.
move. Big move on the SPY. They didn't want to interrupt the story, but that
Nah,
thing
you're
just
good, man.
tanked. Lowe's just tanked. I'm looking at the bigger stock. Bigger stocks is what I like to see if there's going to be a big time move. Because if it's a stock is at 100 pricing and it's moving $10, $20 in one candle, that's what you want to see. That's the big moves down. 20 cents move down. It's not really showing you much. So
Right.
I'm trying to see if the big ones are going to flush. Apple making a big down move. Lowell's making a big down move.
Spy just
HD
tanking.
making a big down move. So paying attention for bounce backs to the VWAP. That's where I can take the trade.
All right. So basically, what happened right now is, it says, "quote Senior administration official tells CNBC that the White House is quote absolutely not considering an interim China deal." End quote. And this is from CNBC. So again, I'll say that again. It says senior administration official tells CNBC that the White House is quote absolutely not considering an interim China deal, and that's per CNBC. So interesting here. Interesting. I was waiting for some shorts, never really got them. We'll see what happens here, but yeah, that's what happened. So rough. Markets hitting lows here. And so again, the big level, I mean, you can see the previous low of the day up until this point was at $300.50 on the SPY. And so that's exactly where it bounced off of. We'll see what we get now. MU might be a VWAP rejection here, but I don't really want to trade anything right now because...
Short HD, guys. Short HD.
Oh, here, I'll throw you up.
Killing it already. That thing just flushed as soon as I got in. All right, trying to let it crack these lows here. If it can crack these lows, we'll take some profit.
right, my bad. I just realized I have my screen up. Let me put it so you can see Mitch's screen since he's in something. I'm just waiting, waiting for my strategies. Haven't seen any yet. ENPA
Yeah,
still looks kind of interesting.
yeah, just shorted into that pop. Took a chance here, guys. I really got in at 90s and got a really bad fill. It filled me all the way down to 60s, but that's just how it goes when you don't use a limit order and use a market. Just to remind you guys, if you want to be extra tight, always use limit orders. The riskier move is a market order.
Any chance on what we think about PDD? I think PDD has crossed over and under the VWAP numerous times today, so it's just in kind of a neutral trend so far. Until it breaks either the high or low of the day, I think it's just kind of in a sideways trend right now. Is kind of what I see for PDD. If you look at the long-term chart, I mean, it looks kind of extended on the upside. It's not really a company that I follow, but it looks pretty high up in the range on the daily chart, so that's kind of what I see. But I don't know which way it's going to head. It could go up, could go down. Have no idea. Not an investment professional, not liable for any losses you take. You always got to make your own assessment of the market, trade responsibly. Just kind of my speculation from just glancing at it real quick.
The reason I went with Home Depot, guys, is just the daily chart. To me, this one is due for a pullback. All right, let's see if we can crack these lows here. I wanted to crack towards that 233.25s. How's the other stocks doing? Let me find. Yeah, Square tanked down there. Glad I got out of Square.
Yeah, I mean, SPY's still kind of sideways, though. Like, yeah, it's got the conflicting news stories, but it's still kind of sideways. Like, it's bouncing at 350, and
I agree.
it's crossing over and under the VWAP, which kind of makes sense why fades have not worked so well today, like super well, just because the market is more not necessarily neutral, because it's just had conflicting stories that come out, but more so.
Yeah, wish I could have got those 90s, because if we took 90s, I would have already taken profit. But just sticking around.
Yeah, sorry, I'm checking to make sure, but my kid's school called and said that he went to the office and said he didn't feel good, so I think my wife's gonna have to go pick him up. My son, he's 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's doing the Mitch move.
honestly, bro, he didn't want to go to school this morning, but he didn't have a fever and he was running around, jumping around. I think he just wanted to stay home and play Nintendo. I respect that.
That's why I said a Mitch move.
I respect that. He wants to play Nintendo. I feel him. I like Xbox.
That's how it goes. It's just school life, man.
Right. He's at the age now where he knows.
Yeah, he knows he can go home if he don't feel well.
I guarantee it goes up, down, or sideways. Nah, man. I think it's gonna go diagonally.
Boom, baby. That was a genius call out.
Well, my new day trading course called Buy the Dip. It's coming out soon. Buy the Dip.
Yeah. You guys don't see me stacking into this trade, right? There's a reason why, guys. This is kind of what we call price action trade. We saw a huge down move we call a washout. I shorted into the first bounce. Now I want to hold towards that bounce. Don't want to go ahead and just jump in with a huge bunch of sizing here and get myself in like a world of hurt, because this is the middle. We talk about this. We don't want you getting trapped in the middle. We want you near the top or the bottom. The bottom if you're longing, the top if you're shorting. This gives you an ability to know your risk and measure that risk.
If you're looking to learn something, I've got a lot of cool free classes if you guys want to check out some free day trading classes. And like I said, we're not experts or gurus. We don't try to be. But if we have a lot of free content on the stuff we've learned in the market. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post some of those links. We got some cool videos. If you want to see kind of a breakdown of the strategy that I use, I'll post this link here as well. This is probably my favorite strategy lately, and so if you want to see a breakdown on the kind of different strategies we use, I'll post these links. Like I said, here's one, and if you want to see an actual like free day trading course that we have too, like I said, it's all free. We just upload it for free. We're not experts or gurus. We just try to show people, kind of what it's actually like day trading the market. So let me see. Let me find them.
Let's see if the market wants to react really bad with that tweet. There you go. 38 showing up there. Let's see if we can get it to show up again on the bid.
Here's my favorite class, probably. It's called Understanding VWAP and Related Strategies. This is basically, you want to see how Mitch and I trade. There's the link.
38 showing on the bid again.
No, I'm looking for stocks to trade, man. I'm just waiting for my setups, which I don't really see. I'm probably about to jump in MU here. Yeah, I'm in MU with 500 shares. But Mitch is trading a much larger position than me, so that's why you'll kind of see Mitch a little bit more in the market. But
not getting that flush down there. Wanted it to flush there, so just gotta hang tight right now. Oof, just saw that 43, wanted to take a little bit off, but didn't get it there. Just moved back up there. I want to take at least 43.
all right, I just took half off of a quick $30, $40 gain, so I'm just going to hold the rest, see if we get the breakdown under the $0.50 from MU. Just trading small.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a small position also. But that's just because the reasoning behind the trade, the strategy. I'm trying to push it.
We're getting a rip up here. 57s.
Yeah, didn't get that flush down that I wanted there.
I'm only holding 250 shares, so just a small position. We're just going to see if we get the breakdown here. There we go, 49s.
Getting tested here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in MU trading the breakdown.
Yeah, this thing's all over the place right now. Just got to hang tight.
If we can get down to like 48s, I'll probably take a little bit more off.
There you go. Nice little wick action. I'm sure it's not real, but you can pay attention to it here.
Half position off. I'm only holding 125 shares left. I'm just going to let the rest work. Look what else I can get into. Just a quick scalp for MU with 500 shares. It's just kind of a weird day in the market, so I'm not trying to take any crazy risks. And if I can get myself down to around break even, I'll be happy with it.
All right, guys. Just took a little bit more off there.
Nice, brother. Oof,
must be a glitch. $40. Paid myself. Yeah, it's a glitch.
Okay.
It's too much volume going through right now. So just pay attention to the time and sales, guys. Whenever you see any glitch on your platform, or you see any glitch, period, pay attention to the actual volume that's going through on the time and sales. Will not lie to you. That's what you want to pay attention to. Not even the level 2s, because the level 2s flip within milliseconds. You want to pay attention to the actual volume that's going through on the time and sales. That's going to show you where the most of the pricing is going through and where the shares are being sold and bought. So here, 42s right now. That's where majority of the volume is going, in the 40s, not the 51, not the 36. Paying attention to where the actual volume is flowing. We took a little bit off there as it was on the low, and now we can just completely let it go. If this crashes, We'll take another 30, 40. This bounces up and gets through that 75. We can just get out for a $10 loss. And I'm okay with that. Gives ourselves the position of strength.
All right, I'm out of my last little position on MU. Just a quick little like $30, $40 gain on that one. Only down around 17 bucks on the day. So I'm still just kind of looking, try to find a few patterns with an edge. Not trying to go kind of crazy here. You can see me down 17.50 on the day. So very small. Just trying to keep it light here. I had a really good run up to this week. Like I said, before yesterday, I had 9 out of 10 trades being successful. Even today, I've had more green trades than red. Just big loss for my first red trade on AMD, which is all the mental side. If I would have stayed with a consistent sizing, it would have been a green day. But like I said, I recently scaled up to 1,000 shares per trade, and so it's still, my emotions are still going to be toying with me to a certain extent. And it's just a process of getting used to it. I know my trading is going to be way more emotional and kind of sporadic after scaling up to the sizing I did. And so at this point, I'm still happy with it. Like I said, up until yesterday, 9 out of 10 trades were green. Even after today, I think I've had 3 green trades and 1 red trade, but the 3 green trades were scalps. And so after today, what is that? Even today, 11 out of 12 trades are green. Just still the 1 green trade. Or no, 11 out of 13 trades were green. Just those 2 red trades were rough. But I'm still up a solid amount.
Hey.
We just gotta. I'm happy with today because I got myself down to around break even, and so it is what it is. Every day can't be green. Every day is not going to be a winning day.
Definitely.
Do I have any real estate courses? No. Time to stand up and get blood flowing. I mean, I'll stretch. Oh man.
It's time to celebrate, man. Go enjoy the day.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. Remember, we day trade live on stream every weekday morning starting at 8:15 market time. We day trade the open live every single day so you can see what it's actually like day trading the market. You can follow my account balance. You can keep track of how my trading is going. So if you appreciate that transparency, you want to watch us live, hit the subscribe button, click the bell next to it if you want to turn on alerts and get a notification every time we go live. John and Mitch, why do you choose trading stocks instead of options?
Because, my reasoning behind it is I do have a little bit of background in finance, got a finance degree, and at least from the professors that I talk to, options is a very valuable game if you know how to price options. And I can tell you right now, majority of the people that trade options do not know how to price options. That's why I don't trade it, simply put.
Yeah,
it's about arbitrage.
I think
option strategies are arbitrage.
I think options have their place, right? I think specifically when you're trading penny stocks and you want to short them without taking too much risk, I think buying put options specifically on overextended penny stocks makes a ton of sense because you're only risking what you're paying for the option, and so your risk is very defined and self-evident, right? As opposed to shorting a penny stock that might go parabolic overnight and you're going to get stuck just eating losses, right? I think with that, options make sense to me. But aside from that, I'm just more of a short-term scalper a lot of the time. And so with options, you're just not going to get as favorable results. The more short-term you get, the less favorable results you're going to get. And I'm sure some people might make that work. But just for me and my style of trading, I'm just mostly a short-term day trader. That's mostly what I do. And like I said, I mean, if you want to see my stats here, I day trade live every single day. And these are my stats so far. This month. I'm up around 1,200 in gross profits this month. 90 days, I'm up around 3,300 in gross profits. And so, I'm just sticking to what works for me, guys. And I'm not saying what works for me is not going to work for you. I'm just saying I stick with what works. And, Einstein's definition of insanity is continuously trying the same thing, expecting a different result. And so I'm just going to keep doing what works. And I'm not going to, I would be crazy if I said, hey, I know this is working really well, but I'm just going to go do something else. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense.
All right, guys, a lot of volume coming in there. HD There's about 18,000 shares that went through right now at 233.52. So let's see if this cracks it. The high that we get out on is 69. That's our last high. That's what we're going to hold to right now. We don't want it past that. If it goes past that, it can easily come back up here. You see that move right there? Boom. Get out. I'm not going to fight that.
Hey, bro, you did well today, man.
Just going to take whatever we got there. Really, this 34 here, guys, should have been like a 60. I hit the sell when the bid was on 233.91. I just got a really bad feel. As soon as I hit it, it dropped down to 60s. But if I would have got that 90 feel where it popped up to, where I was trying to get it near 234s, I mean, this would have been an easy sell in the 40s. I could have got 40, 50 cents instantly, then held on for a little bit more.
Somebody's telling me to do 30 push-ups. Should I do 30 push-ups?
I'm down.
I'm going to the gym right after this. My wife just came up to me and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go to the gym today?" And I was like, "Yeah."
There you go.
And so I'm probably going to the gym anyway. I don't want to overwork my muscles before I go to the gym.
Oh.
You know me. I can't overwork
Big man
these guns
John.
right here, baby. But no, I don't know. I'm not opposed to doing push-ups normally.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we try to do, is we try to show you the consistency in the strategies, not trying to show you insane gains or insane losses. Some days are going to be better than others, but we don't push for that. What we push for is consistency, and that's what we try to get. We try to get results like this where, hey, I could have lost 160 on one, I got 261 on the other, and that's really the same risk and reward there. And that's what we want to try to get to, is we want to try to at least get there to that 2-1. We were up about 300 on Square. Maybe should have taken an extra $40, but that's where we want to get. We want to try to match the results with the strategy. Talked about that earlier, guys. When your results match your strategy is really when you're going to see that your execution is on point and you're ready to size up and take bigger swings.
I mean, I could do 30 easily, man. I could point the camera here.
Uh-oh.
Is that a challenge, bro? Is that a challenge? Do 30 push-ups, man. I'll do 30.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not getting to 100. I've done that once. Never again.
I mean, I'm not like I went to the gym yesterday and I maxed my bench. I can bench like 180, maybe. Still got some work I gotta do though.
Yeah, I can be honest. I haven't worked out in like a year.
Honestly, kids, man, I lost so much weight when my son was born. Right, my son was born. I lost like a solid 15 pounds. You know, like I'm
2 years ago though, I'll push up that 250.
I never got close to 250. I don't think, man. I think like I'm like 5'11", 170 right now, maybe. You know,
Ooh.
But for a while I was up to like 185. Then my son was born, and it just that's it. I just didn't have time to eat, man. I didn't have time to eat. I didn't have time to go to the gym.
Don't worry, I'm a light boy right here. Well, I got to maximum weight was 170, but when I was lifting like that, I was in the 150s, 160. And I could lift 100 pounds over. That was my goal, 100 pounds over my body weight. But hey, no more working out for me. That was college life. I got too much work to do.
I'm married. I got 2 kids now. It's working. I mean, my wife. We've been going to the gym every 2 days or so now, the last like few months.
Because all right, let's see if we can find another trade here, guys.
Right, I kind of want to get myself green on the day if I can. I'm down $17.
Right now, I'm checking out AMAT. AMAT looking interesting. Also, AMD coming back to VWAP. A lot of volume on that first drop, so I'm looking for it to come back to VWAP.
Man, they're trying to get me to do push-ups, man. It's very tough too. I can do push-ups easy. It's just about whether I can
What's up, Trish? How you doing, Trish? All right. We got a lot of people in the house. Just want to go ahead and if you haven't already, stop by, man. Say hi. We definitely like to create the OGs in the chat, people that stick around. And we're friendly guys, man. We'll get to know you by name.
We're friendly guys. Come join us again, man. Hit that subscribe button. We're friendly. You know.
No, definitely. I mean, one of the biggest things that we do, I think that other traders don't do, is we actually ask about you guys. We ask how you guys are doing, how your trades are going, what's working, what's not. And that's important to us because we want to help you guys if you guys are struggling in certain areas. And also, we want to also promote things that we like to see, like complete trading plans, people taking the right kind of approach towards trading. And those are the things that we really support.
We care, guys. We care. That's all I'm saying. Hey, appreciate the sub, Alicia. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting for these setups. ENPH is looking solid. AMD is like right up there too. AMD. So I'm looking at AMD now. So I'm trying to take. SPY is moving a little bit.
It's the craziest spread that looks interesting, but I wouldn't take it with a heartbeat. FSLY.
I've traded that one before.
That thing has a nice 50-cent spread, but it's VWAP fading. I don't think I could ever take that, though. I don't think I could put myself 50 cents down to begin with.
Yeah, I can't do it. That's too stressful for me, man.
Way too stressful. It could be 100 shares and I'll still feel bad.
Yeah, just immediately down.
Yeah, just give yourself down $50. That trade would have to seem so valuable for me to take it.
I feel like I'm in Back to the Future on the picture.
BIDU, man. Look, we got a buy Apple sign.
Buy Apple. Do it now. Buy Apple. Do it now.
I love those moments.
Yeah, man. MU get up there. And this is the first one. I just took the scalp and now it's getting back up there.
Yeah. One of the things I can see is a lot of uncertainty. We got a quick move up, quick move down, but it held the supports. If you look around, you're going to see that it held the supports.
Yeah, we both
so definitely be careful around these levels now. There could be the opposite swing right here where all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of volume come back to the market.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's got the SPY's testing the VWAP at 301.30. Somebody asked, does Mitch have his own video for his strategy? Yeah, go check out our playlist. We got a free day trading class playlist. Mitch is part of this channel. So he's got a bunch of classes as well. So go check out the playlists. He's got a bunch, moving average pullback. He's got bull flag classes, bear flag classes. So go check out those classes. They're all free. They're on YouTube for free. And so go watch those. Like I said, we got about 25 hours of free classes. We still got to upload more. Yeah, SPY's right around the VWAP though, and we'll see. Like, I want to trade again, and of course I want to get green on the day, but I already consider it a win because I kind of came back from a $100 loss, and so $17 down on the day. Like I said, I did really, really well up till yesterday, and so if I have a few losing days, especially if it's like a small loss like this, I'm okay. Post the link for which class, man. We got a bunch of them, man. Which class you want to see? Bear flags, bull flags. We got the VWAP bounce, which is kind of Mitch and I both strategies. We got the VWAP fade, which is like our main one.
Yep, that's the bread and butter, guys. If you guys want to check out any strategy videos, I would definitely recommend any on the VWAP. The VWAP is definitely our strongest indicator, and the trades we take the most on. And I can definitely tell you from our back testing, they're the most accurate ones that we have. And when they're working, they have given us consistent profits. I think that's something that a lot of traders are looking for, is a strategy that at least has given consistent profits before. And definitely the VWAP fade, our bread and butter trade, is our top trade and very consistent. Gives you an
wanna
ability to measure risk, and a lot of the times we get a 3-to-1 return or a 2-to-1 return on those trades.
Yeah, you want to see the classes? I'll post this link here. You can just go through all of them. I'll post this link, and it's on the VWAP fade day trading strategy, and then you can go to the other ones in the playlist. There's a bunch. Like I said, let me count. We got a bunch here. There's the link. Yeah, I mean, I like the VWAP fade and the VWAP bounce. I think those are the VWAP fade. Like I said, like if you look at my stats from the last few months, this is almost solely the VWAP fade, right? Like this is almost solely the VWAP fade. So like if you look at this, like this is mostly the VWAP fade strategy. And so it works really, really well. And you know, like I said, all of this was streamed live. Like I streamed all of these live. We go live every weekday, so you know, works really, really well. Super accurate. If you approach it correctly and develop your plan like you should, just a very accurate strategy for sure. But yeah, today I think I mismanaged some of my trades. I know I should have held MIK a little bit longer maybe, but again, I'm trying to take advantage of that range, not necessarily the breakout. With MU, I missed out on, I guess, about 12 cents of profit with my scalp, but it was a scalp, so not the end of the world. The SPY is testing the VWAP again. It's at 301.30, so I think that one is, we should watch for it.
I'll be right back, guys. AMAT looking interesting.
What do you guys think about the future of the cannabis industry? I think that if you're gonna invest in cannabis stocks, they need to be longer term holds. I think that it's inevitable that it's gonna be legal nationwide within a decade or two, and that it you know, if you get in early, it's one of the biggest potentials. It just depends, you know, depends on your stock selection with cannabis stocks. But I think you know, a lot of the times I'll short them on a short term basis, but most of the time, like I said, it's I think they're more so long-term investments. I think that's the more viable way to approach them because, again, I think it's an inevitability that they're going to be legal, that cannabis is going to be legal nationwide eventually. And so I think if you get in now, it might be a solid, you know, investment. But again, not an investment professional, solely speculation, not liable for any losses you take. You know, like I said, I'm not really much of an investor, to be honest. I'm more so of a day trader, short-term day trader at that. So I may be wrong. They could just fail, you know, like Menace says, especially the first ones. Nah, vapes aren't going to be outlawed. ENPH, right back to the VWAP here. Right back to the VWAP. Just about where's my risk. I think my risk would have to be up here at 23.30 or so. 23.30 is my risk. I don't mind it. I could use this low right here at 22.10 or so as my reward. Let's see what that is. If I get in at 22.90, 40-cent risk. 90 down to 10 is 80-cent reward. So it's almost exactly 2-to-1 there for ENPH. 40-cent risk though. What kind of share? I guess I'd probably only want to take like 100 shares of this, but we'll see if we get that bounce up to 90 for it. And also, if the SPY rips up here, it might not be great for me. There's 90s. Yeah, the spread's about 5 to 10 cents.
What's up, man? What you looking at?
ENPH. It also might have some support here at 22.75 for that $0.25 support, though. That's the only thing I'm a little bit weary of, is that it might bounce there. Might wait
All
for
right.
instead. I might wait for what I call a fake out fade. I think that might be a little bit better option, and maybe MU too.
No. The one that's looking good for me is AMAT, AMAT. It's giving you a good risk off of 53, and it could be fading down towards the 24 mark, 25. So we're looking at a 20 move down with a potential risk of 13 cents. So essentially close to that 2-to-1 that we're looking for. I think the real key is this one trying to break out towards 52, then failing.
I was looking at MU again, but the SPY ripping up some might negatively affect a short position with that. So we'll see.
Yeah, because we got a complete flip of AMAT. It went all the way up, created a bullish candle, then did a bearish candle. Could break through that, come right back to highs. Now, UMPH, I know that hasn't really been going with the market, so that's on its own thing.
I don't know, man. We might get one on MU. Still not looking that bad. I would have to use a risk level of like 68. So if I get in at 61, my risk is like 7 cents. That's not too bad, but we got to get that move back up there for MU. We'll wait for it. We got ENPH ripping up, so glad I didn't jump in that one. I think the support underneath it was just too much, which is why I waited for it. Also depends. The market's just super choppy. And one thing I always try to teach people, specifically about the VWAP in general, is that it's an intraday trend indicator, right? The VWAP is an intraday trend indicator. So it tells you that current day's trend of the stock, right? So basically, if the stock is maintaining above this VWAP level, it's in an upward or bullish intraday trend. If it is maintaining below the VWAP, it's in a bearish trend, right? And when we get stocks that just cross over and under the VWAP like this, as an example today, the SPY, the overall market, that just means it's in a neutral or choppy trend, and it's going to be a lot harder to day trade, in my opinion, at least, for my style at least. And so that's what's keeping me from really taking some larger swings today, is just the choppiness of the overall market. And with conflicting news that's come out, within an hour of each other, I think it makes sense that the market's going to be a little choppy today. Yeah, anywhere but 3 to 5% is solid. If you're not risking more than 2.5%, I think that's reasonable. I think with really small accounts, though, that's not necessarily an option. I think you're going to have to use you're going to have to risk more than that. But it's all dependent on what the size of your account actually is. Right. If you just started trading, like I said, take it slow. Number one reason most traders fail is because they jump in with like 1,500 shares, and they lose their account before they gain that necessary market experience that every new trader needs. You're going to learn more from experience than any guru, any course, anything like that. And so if you use too big of sizing when you first get started, you're not going to get that experience you need. So when you first get started, my suggestion is just to take it slow. Buy 100 shares, buy 50 shares. You're probably going to lose your first account regardless of any of that. I don't care what happens. You're probably going to lose it. But at least if you trade small, you're going to gain a lot more experience, and that's going to give you a little bit more of an edge for your future trading, if that makes sense. I mean, this was the move I was looking for on MU. I just didn't take it. I hesitated a little bit there, I think. A small account is relative. It's subjective. It's relative to what you consider small, and so it's subjective. You know, for some people, $100,000 might be a small account, and for some people, $100, $50 might be a small account. It's all subjective on the person.
No promos in the chat, man. I don't even care if it's Apple.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, man. It all depends on what you consider small. Like I said, that term is subjective.
Nice fade there, AMAT so far. Could have taken it off that 5150. Watching HD also.
ENPH. Yeah, ENPH, it just squeezed up too much. And like I said, I think it built up a lot of support underneath that level, which is why I kind of talked myself out of it. And I'm glad I did. Just too much support underneath it. That first fade was really pretty. And I know somebody called that one out too. There goes MU. Maybe I should have taken the second MU, and that one would have worked out well too. Yeah, I think when I started trading, my small account was like 1,000 is what I used when I first got started. That was gone within like 3 days, but I think that's what I used. It was like $1,000. All right, here goes AMD. I could short into this and then risk off of 30.50 for a 9-cent risk on AMD. AMD has just not been treating me right the last few days, though. But I'll still consider it. I mean, it doesn't look bad here.
That AMAT turned out pretty nice.
I'm going to go ahead and short into this one with 500 shares of AMD with a 49 risk. We'll see.
Trying to see what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, guys. I'm going to give it 5 minutes, and then I'll decide if I'm going to take a trade again. Starting to get to that point where we should see some reaction from the SPY after that big down move that it had for a second there.
See if we get it to maintain below the VWAP now for AMD. There's 40s. 39s. Just got to get it to break under there a little bit. It's probably going to be a scalp trade too. It's just a little bit too late in the day for me to want to hold these positions super long. $37s. Get down to 36. I might take a little bit off. Give it that time. I'm going to go ahead and take half off there. Hold the rest. Break even. Like I said, quick scalp on AMD here. You see, still looking at MU too. Just a little bit too late in the day for me to take some big swings. Hold them super long. I don't mind AMD. I'd probably hold it up until 43 now. Keep it pretty break even, but we'll give it some time. We'll see what happens. My largest profit on the trade was probably like $300-400.
I've had in the 700s.
Yesterday, huh?
But yesterday I made 500 on
Yeah.
that one trade. It was like five something.
All right, there's 35. It's not too shabby. We're gonna let these last little 250 work here. Try to get it down to 25s or so. I'll be happy with that. Can someone answer a noob question for me? What happens if I'm correct on a put? It isn't like calls. I don't get the shares, but do I get the value of the shares? So a put option is basically an agreement to be able to buy the stock at a certain price. The contract is an agreement to be able to buy the stock at a certain price. So you can either wait for it and actually exercise that, or you could sell the put option earlier than that. And so it's all subjective on the person. Uh, if you have the money to buy back the stocks, maybe do that. But it's all depends on what your account size is like and stuff like that. Gonna give this a chance to break down under 30. It's at 32. I gotta watch for a bounce. Any big bounce, I'm gonna get out. But I gotta give AMD to break down a little bit more here, which is preferable. We'll see if we get it or not, though. On the 30s. Scalping very quick trades, small position sizes today with how the overall market's been acting. Not trying to take any crazy risks. I'm just happy I was able to fight back from a $100 loss and green, at least in gross profits. I'll take it. My accuracy rate, I don't know if you guys realize this, but I had one losing trade this morning, and every trade since then has been green. I just got scared and started trading much smaller, but I'm literally like 4-1 today. Uh, and I just got kind of scared and started to trade too small. All right, I got out $15 up on the day. We'll see what else we can find. I mean, a little $30 scalp there. I'll take it, but
Seeing
yeah, man.
retraces, but nothing dropping really big. Especially after that first big move.
Oh no,
We're not
apparently
seeing the volume that we need to see.
looks like I lost twice today. Actually, I thought I only lost once. Yeah, I might be like 3-2 actually. I thought I only lost once. I don't remember the second loss.
Uh,
But hey,
I'm 3-1. I think I might call it. Not really seeing anything out there. A little tired on the day. Unless I get another coffee, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to give this a chance here to see if it wants to break out or break down here because I've been seeing the big stocks kind of just play around, not really move. Trying to see if the volume is going to come back in here, but I'm seeing the volume slow down.
yeah. Remember, guys, the competition, the World Series of Day Trading, the registration ends today, and it's completely free to enter. And regardless of how you feel about TradeNet, I mean, it's completely free to enter, and at the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. But the top 3 places in my team alone win packages, plus the top 20 places in the overall competition win packages. And so I think the top spot in my team wins a student package worth $3,000. And so I don't really think it hurts anything. I think it's completely free to apply to and enter. And so if you want to check that out, I'll find that link and you can go check it out. A great way to help support our channel. Mitch and I, we put everything out there for free. And so if you want to help support us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll probably be done for the day too. If you want to help support us, guys, also hit the go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore today. No, I don't use Thinkorswim. I use Thinkorswim for charts. I use Tefs for to trade. But yeah, if you want to join my team, completely free. There's the link. But yeah, I mean, the way I trade is I use Thinkorswim for charts because they're what I learned on. They're the first charts that I used in trading, and they're what I'm the most comfortable with. And then I use TEFs to execute the trades, and then I use trade ideas in the middle. So that's what you see. You see trade ideas in the middle, Thinkorswim for charts on the right, and I also use Thinkorswim to look up news, and then TEFs on the left. Hey, nice, Robin. Hey, we're glad you could learn. We're glad you could find value. Like I said, Mitch and I, like, we might not be the most active traders. Like, we don't trade all day. You know, we just don't. I typically trade the first 3 hours of the day, guys. And so I'm not one of those traders that sits at the computer all day. And I'm not hating on those traders. That's just not my style. I'm usually in and out within 2 or 3 hours. I trade the open. I try to make it work. And, you know, that's it. That's we're snipers, so to speak. And so.
Yeah, not part of any cult.
Yeah, man. Hey, you're in Houston too? Nice, man. Nice, man. Nice, Caden. Join the cult. What's going to be your max size for... All right, guys, so we got some questions. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I can answer some. So, quick question. What's going to be your max size for the World Series of Day Trading? What I'll probably try to do for that is I'll probably try to judge what the leaderboards are looking like, right? The first day, I'm probably just going to feel it out. I might trade with, like, 2,000 shares. It all's relative to the range of the stock, right? Like, if my risk is 30 cents, I might trade with, like, 1,500 shares at first. If my risk is 15 cents, I might trade with 3,000 shares. You know what I mean? I'm going to analyze the range of the stock, and that's what's going to dictate what kind of share size I take. Yeah, and I think that's the best way to do it. You know, we're going to be posting the leaderboards overall in the competition, and so I'm going to watch those leaderboards and see what everybody else is up or down, and then use that to influence what kind of sizing I take. Because, you know, the max loss in the competition is 3,500 daily and then 12,000 total. And so it's all relative to what everybody else is doing and what the leaderboards look like with gains and stuff like that. No, it's a leveraged account, Menace. It's a leveraged account. Yogan, it's mostly live. I mean, there might be like a 30-second delay. How did I get into real estate? I don't know. I just got my license a few years ago. Sorry, surname. What link? One of the W World Series of Day Trading link. All right, I'll find a different one, man. Hold on. If that's the one you're talking about, if you're talking about the World Series of Day Trading, I'll post this. My wife should be on stream either tomorrow or Friday. Or no, wait, tomorrow is Friday. So my wife might be on stream tomorrow. She might be on stream tomorrow. I can't guarantee it, but she might be on stream tomorrow. I'll see. And so be on the lookout for that as well. Sorry, I'm trying to find the other link for the World Series of Day Trading so you guys can join it. There it is. Yeah, well, that's what they do in the competition is they give you a demo account to trade with. So the way the competition works, like I said, it's completely free to apply to and enter. It starts on the 17th, and registration ends today. Today's actually the last day to register. But they're gonna give you a demo account, I think, with 240K in BP. And you're going to get 6 trading days to make as much as possible. There's a 3,500 daily max loss, and there's a $12,000 total max loss. And the top 20 traders in the competition win free packages, and then the top 3 people in my team alone win packages. And so you're going to get 6 trading days, and yeah, I'm trying to win this thing. You know, I'm trying to win this thing. But again, I'm going to be judging it based off of... I'm trying to judge it based off of how everybody else is doing. How long did it take me to get the license? I got mine literally within 2 weeks. But in Texas, getting your real estate license is a little bit different. Like, I got mine in 2 weeks. I took Champions real estate course. It was like $1,000. And then if you finish the course and then you pass the exam, that's all you need, right? And so I took Champions real estate course. It took me like a week to finish. And I just kind of rushed through it, studied every day, finished the course in like a week. And then, you know, I paid and took my licensing exam, passed it the first try. And so I got mine within like 2 weeks, actually. And so you can get it pretty quick in Texas. I don't know about other states, but in Texas, I was able to get mine very quickly. And it all depends on if you can pass it. I think it's like 2/3 out of everybody that takes the test fails it the first time. And so it all depends on whether you can pass that exam, and it's expensive. And so you want to make sure you actually know it, because the exam itself was like $400 just to take it. And so, yeah, I mean, that's how I did it. Hey, appreciate it, Chris. Thanks, guys. Hey, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live every day, showing you our account balance, showing you, all of our trades. We can't fake it. We can't fake this even if we wanted to because we stream live every day, and you guys can watch all of our trades. We're not one of those people that, that day trade or live stream and then just kind of say, "Oh, I'm in this stock," or "Oh, I'm in this stock." It's like that's nonsense. You can actually see us get in the stock. You can actually see us cover and get out of the stock, right? We're not those people. And so if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago. So you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button, show your support. And well, and so Shane so Shane, in Texas, you have to be sponsored by a brokerage as well, by a broker as well, right? But you can get your license, but it's going to be an inactive license until you're sponsored by a brokerage, right? And I went to Keller Williams. I was a Keller Williams agent. And so you can get your license. It's just going to be inactive until you pick a broker. And it's not like getting interviewed. It's not like they interview you. You actually interview the broker, right? Because they're going to want your business regardless. They're going to try to pitch you on joining their broker, right? So just shop around. Find the best broker with the best deal. I went to Keller Williams. Their big name brand helps to get clients. But there's a lot of brokers around. The good thing about Keller Williams is that they have like a new agent, like educational stuff, right? So like they teach you how to be an agent. They have classes that you take for about a month after you sign up with them. And then so they'll walk you through how to do everything. Some other brokers, they're not going to show you that stuff. You're just going to be green when you jump in. So it's all dependent. Just shop around. Like I said, you don't have to be worried about finding a broker. Like I said, they're not interviewing me.
All
I'm interviewing
guys.
them.
All right, guys. Market's coming back up here, guys. Just want to put us back on the stocks here. HD holding well. MU ripping up. AMAT ripping up. AMD ripping back up to the VWAP. OSTK back to VWAP. Lowe's back to VWAP. A lot of them back to VWAP, holding as it's been. Let's see if the SPY wants to make a rip out to 302. It's going to show a little bit more confirmation here. I'm paying attention on a pullback here for HD. Want to see it pull back maybe right into the 90s and then rip out through the 234s again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only just now profitable, SS. So, like, I'm only now profitable with net profits. And so once I get probably over 1,000 or 1,500, I'll test one, Hey, but appreciate all the new subs today. Let me see. Savage Guy, appreciate that. Appreciate the subs. Motocross, appreciate it. Alicia, appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome. Hey, welcome to the team, Ricardo. Appreciate that, brother. I'm mostly short. I mean, sometimes we go long. No stress, SS. Most of the time sometimes we go long. It just depends on what the market's doing, to be honest. Sometimes, like I think Mitch went long today.
Yeah, three out of the 4 trades were long.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I try to do is I try to do both sides. I've worked it to where I was a long trader, then I became a short trader, and then I learned to try to do both.
I think you have to pick a team. Have you? Yes, I've lost tons of accounts. I would be lying if I tried to act like I've never lost an account. Like, if you go look at my really old videos from this channel, I was a terrible trader, and I lost so many of those accounts. Just done. I lost my first account within the first week of me trading live money, and it was just over with. I think it's necessary, though, because it reinforces risk management, and it teaches you to be a little bit more disciplined, because if you're not, you're going to lose money. And so I think losing in trading, especially when you first get started, is super necessary. And so it's one of those things. Like, people want to jump in trading and never lose, and gurus are saying, hey, if you buy my course, you can make millions of dollars next week, and that's just nonsense. Most of the time, it's going to take years to be successful, and you're probably going to lose a ton of money leading up to that point. And so we just try to give people the right expectations with it, because there's too much nonsense out there.
Yep, 100%.
I'm John. That's Mitch. My name's John. Mitch is the other guy. Right here, you can see Mitch's screen right now. How much did I lose? Probably a solid $5,000 at least. When I first got started, at least.
All right, there's the hold of that 234 for the HD. Trying to see if the SPY wants to rip out here. It's definitely looking strong.
I'm losing my first account right now on AMD. Yeah, man, it's tough. Losing your account's probably going to happen. Regardless of what course you take, what strategies you use, how much you practice before live money, you're still probably going to lose once you transition to live money, is because your emotions are going to be all over the place. And it's a process. Like, I traded live for the last year, and only now have I scaled up to 1,000 shares per trade, because the emotions are just ridiculous. And if you go watch the videos from last Monday, I started with 1,000 shares per trade. You could see how stressed out I am, just because the emotions are a completely different story when you start with live money. They're a completely different thing. I don't care how well you emulate real money with paper. Those emotions are going to get you. It doesn't matter how much you practice, and that's something that you have to take time to get used to, and that you have to build rules around, because those emotions are going to be there, and you just got to have the reasonable expectations for it. What's up, Chase? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I traded very small, though, when I first got started, so it's all relative to how much money you save up. I will say, like, the more time you spend paper trading, the more time you spend on paper and practicing, the less money you'll probably lose when you first get started, but you're still almost certain to lose money when you first get started. Like I said, I think that's the big issue with, the trading world, is that new traders kind of, maybe a little bit more gullible. They just kind of think that they make all these plans and dreams around trading. They say, oh, I'm going to start trading and I'm going to study, and then next month I'm going to be paying my mortgage with my trading profits. And that is just an unrealistic expectation. Most of the time they're going to be losing for a solid 6 months to a year at least. It's about having the real expectations for it. It's not something that can be rushed, and it's not something that you can learn in a month. You can learn it in a month, but it's not something that you'll be able to do well in a month typically. It's just like earning a degree, right? Like, it might take time. You might lose a ton of money at first, but once you actually learn to do it successfully, that'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life, and that you can, depend on to a certain extent. But if you try to rush it and you try to just kind of skim through it, and you're desperate to act like a guru or copycat the gurus and trade with 1,000, 2,000 shares, then you're just going to lose a ton of money. You're going to get you're going to get bitter, and then you're just going to give up and say, oh, trading's rigged. It's impossible to do it successfully, which isn't true. It just, most people are going to lose, and you have to have the right expectations. It's all about expectations,
Well, I'll let you guys, if you guys are having issues with the competition, definitely hit us up on the Discord. We can try to help you out, make sure that you guys get a part of it. It is the last day, so definitely don't miss out on the free competition. I've been seeing some questions about it. So really, it's not a live competition, not with live money. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be paper trading a demo account, competing with other traders, trying to earn a live account, trying to win one of the accounts. We have 3 accounts just in our team alone. I think we have just a little bit over 200 right now, a part of our team.
I have to check.
Yeah, at least I'm pretty sure we're over the 200 mark. I'm not sure exactly where we're getting them, but let's go ahead and keep joining here, and definitely don't miss out. It's gonna be running out, and after that, there'll be a waiting list. A lot of people got on the waiting list last time, so.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten anything for the competition, I'll reach out to them and ask them. Like I said, there's going to be a huge backlog just because thousands of people have signed up, right? Thousands of people have signed up, and it's a completely free competition, right? And so they're going to be a little bit more backlogged. If you're having trouble still and you want me to check, your name, just join the Discord. There's the link if you want to check it out. There's the link in the chat for a Discord. Just join it. If you tell me your name, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, can you check this? I want to see what team they're on or what's going on or if it's gonna work. So, yeah, there's the link in the Discord. Hey, nice crypto. Let's win this thing, brother. Hey, if you're in Houston, man, we'll grab a beer one day if you're down for it, bro. Maybe I'll try to do a meetup in Houston one day, man. A lot of people have asked me to do a meetup. I'm down for it. Do we have to set the account like a real account? So I think they'll send you your login info, and the competition starts on the 17th. And so,
yep. From what I've been hearing, they're gonna give you access to demoing and kind of having a zero account balance until the competition starts. So definitely hit them up early so you can get used to the platform.
Right.
All right, guys. HD looking strong here. I'm really looking to see if the SPY is going to bust through that 302.
MU ripped up, so it looks like it got out at the right time for that one. AMD too. Which is why I've been scalping today much more, because the market has been choppy, less directional. And so because of that, I'm not trying to hold on for super long with a lot of these. I'm just trying to take it quick, short, profitable trades, and that's been working fairly well. The time to take longer term trades was at the open today, but as of now, we're getting a lot of indecision. That's right. But I'm a Saints fan, guys, and I'm telling you, I'm a Saints fan, LSU fan, Saints fan. I'm from Louisiana. And so, I mean, I like the Texans. Listen, if they're not playing the Saints, if the Texans are not playing the Saints, I'm going to root for the Texans, right? But if they're playing the Saints, or if the Longhorns are playing LSU, I got to do what I got to do, man. I got to root for the hometown, the home state. I got to do it. Hey, Young. I'm about to win that thing, man. Listen, you know how consistent I've been lately, brother. You know how consistent I've been lately, man. I'm about to win that thing, man. I'm really going to try to. Maybe if I win, I'll give it away. Like, if I win, maybe I'll give the package away. I'll have to reach out to them and see if I can. But if I win, or if I place in the competition, I'll probably end up giving it away. It's on Tefts, same one I'm doing. Nah, bro, I got kids, man. Do I do lean? Nah, man. I got a wife and kids, brother, and I'm in Texas. Not that I have anything morally against any of that, Like, I know Mitch is over there in Denver right now, and so I'm a little jealous of him. But I'm in Texas, man. You know how.
There you go, guys. Got to break out in HD.
But yeah, no, nothing morally against it. Just it is what it is. Seth Green's big brother. Do I look like Seth Green, man? I don't know, man. Do I? I'll tell you one thing. I'm taller than Seth Green. That's for sure, man. That dude's like 5'4". I'm taller than him. But Seth Green, I mean, seems like a smart dude. That's the dude from Austin Powers, right? Not if, when. Hey, bro, I'm telling you. Y'all are going to be surprised. Do I recommend a hotel in Houston? I used to work at the Marriott by the airport. I used to bartend over there. At the Marriott by the airport. It's alright. Honestly, I haven't really stayed at that many hotels because I live out here, I don't actually live in Houston. I'm north of Houston. In one of the suburbs out here. I live downtown. I lived off of West Gray for like a solid 3-4 years. An apartment out down there. Sorry, my wife's talking to me. My wife's talking to me about my son, man. My son's still not feeling good. We're gonna have to go pick him up. Uh, and so, yeah, I know. I was talking to my wife, so I knew I was muted. But yeah, I just posted a link to a VWAP Fade class. It's like an hour long, hour and a half long. Kind of breaks down the whole strategy we use. Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. At least your internet worked.
Yeah, I'm still here, Matt. Just not really finding anything really to trade. I mean, even if I got into HD for the 234 breakout, I mean, really, what do we get? We got 16 cents at most. I'm not really seeing anything to really put some risk on here. I'm trying to see the volume jump into stocks again so that I can get into it. There's no need to jump into a stock that has no volume building up.
Yeah. I appreciate it, CJ. Yeah, man. It's he's okay. I mean, so he stayed home from school yesterday, and he didn't have a fever, but he just said his head hurt. I think what's actually going on is that he's getting picked on at school, and so he doesn't want to go there because he feels like he doesn't have any friends. Breaks my heart, man. But I think that's why he wants to stay home and play video games, which is understandable. I like video games too. If I could stay home, play video games when I was a kid, I would. But I think that's what it is. I think he feels okay, but we're gonna go pick him up anyway, just because he's 5. He's almost 6, but if he doesn't want to be there, most of the time 5-year-olds don't necessarily fake being sick that much, and so we're gonna go get him. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I've never wanted to, my daughter has problems with bullies too, man. I just try to tell her that she's pretty and that she makes bullies feel bad about themselves, and that's the only reason they do it. You know, insecurity. Still gonna wait. I mean, if we get a move for AMD or MU that looks like a fake out fade, I might take it. Hey, nice Eagles. Let's win, brother. Let's win, man. Let's do it. No, my son, man, I've been teaching my son math since he was like 3 years old. But the other day, my son surprised me, man. We were asking him questions, and we started to ask him, problems that were way more advanced for kids his age than for kids his age, right? So we started asking him, like, first we started off with, like, what's 12 plus 12, 13 plus 12, and he would immediately be like 25. We'd be like, okay, what's 25 plus 13? And he would immediately be like 37, or, sorry, he'd be 38. He'd immediately be like 38. And so we were like, man, like, how does he do this? He's not using his fingers. He's not counting. He's immediately just, bam, just answering the question, right? So we started to give him some hard ones, like what's 112 plus 24? And he would just answer those immediately without even thinking about it. Sometimes faster than my daughter, who's 10. Like, my daughter's 10 years old. He would sometimes be answering those faster. And so we asked this teacher about it, and we told her about it, and she started watching him, and she said that he's pretty advanced for his age in mathematics. And so that's what we're going to try to shoot for. We're just going to keep trying to build that up in him, and maybe he can be like a little prodigy in math. I do some coding. Like, I do coding like JavaScript, Python, stuff like that. So I've maybe start teaching him some coding languages really, really early, because that'll give him a leg up in the future, hopefully. Doogie Howser. Yeah, man. One day. All right, I'm looking at MU. We'll see what we get for MU. Right, that's right, man. I've tried to teach my daughter about trading, but she's not into it that much. But I'm gonna try to get my son trading early, man. Yeah, that'll be fun. Because as a parent, it's like it doesn't even matter what I do. I just want them to be successful, you know. All right, so I'm looking at AMD. We'll see what we get. MU, we get a rejection under the VWAP and then a bounce back to 60s. I could risk off of 70 for MU. That's what I'm kind of interesting now. But for MU, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. For MU specifically, like if we get a bounce, if we get a drop in MU down to the bottom of this range here, let me remove some of this. So if we get a drop, let me see. Yeah, here. Right, so like if we get a pullback on MU down to like 50 and then a bounce up to 60, I might short into 60 with a 70 risk and then use a reward target of like 35 down here. That way it'll give me pretty solid risk reward. My risk is about 10 cents. My reward level is going to be about 25, 30 cents. And so solid risk reward, you know, if you draw it out here, you can see like my risk in this trade would be this much. And my reward level would be this much. And so a much bigger reward versus the risk that I'm taking in the trade. So that's what I'm looking at for MU. It's a little bit late in the day for my trading, though. I typically don't trade this much, and it's around 12 o'clock market time. And so that's the only kind of factor that makes me not want to take it as much. So we'll see.
All right, guys, I'm going to go walk Mr. Marley here. I'll come back and see if you guys are on. But if I miss you guys, take care.
Later, brother. Have a good day, man. Nice work today. Killing it today, Mitch. Good work, brother. I'll probably end up closing it down, too. I might have to go pick up my son from my wife. So remember, guys, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning. I was happy I was able to rebound and at least up in gross profits today. Yesterday was my first losing day since Friday, and then Friday was my first losing day all last week. So far, I've only had 2 losing days in gross profit in the last 2 weeks, and I've streamed it all live, and so it's been going fairly well. I might stick around just to see what MU does here if it pulls back down to 50, so I can think about shorting it, because here's the move back down to the bottom of the range here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at now. Maybe we'll see if we get that move up. For the time being, though, remember to hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning. Like I said, if you want to join my team for the competition, today's the last day of registration. And, yeah, let's do this, guys. We don't have, today's the last day. Completely free. Regardless of how you feel about TradeNet, it's completely free. And so I don't think it hurts anything. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days. And at the best, you might actually win free packages. So. Right, exactly, man. You know, it's a funny story. So my daughter had this bully at school, right? So my daughter, last year, or the year before last, my daughter had this bully at school. And every day my daughter would come home and talk about how this kid would pick on her, right? This little girl would pick on her. And so, you know, my wife tried to tell her to ignore it or tell somebody, and then, you know, that'll help solve the problem. You know, my wife would just say, oh, just ignore it, you know, yada, yada, yada. And this just kept going. For a year and a half, this kept going, right? And so eventually I got tired of it. And I just told my daughter, I said, look, the next time this kid's mean to you, and you have to make sure they're actually mean to you. You know, you don't want to just do it out of nowhere, because then you're going to be wrong. But next time this kid is legitimately mean and cruel and bullies you, tell them this. I said, tell them the only reason you bully people is because you feel bad about yourself. And that makes me feel bad for you. You know, and I said, tell them that the next time they do that, right? And so one day this little girl punched my daughter, right? She punched my daughter at like on the playground or whatever. And my daughter told her that. And this little girl ran away crying and never bullied my daughter again. You know, true story. And so sometimes you gotta be real with the kids, man, you know. But it worked, you know. Kids stopped bullying. Hey, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the support today. But yeah, that's it today, guys. Maybe I'll look for this bounce back in MU up to 50, 60. We'll see what we get there. Like I said, if I do that, I'm going to risk off a 50, 70. That's what I'm looking for. And if we get that, maybe I can try to take profits at 50, 30, right? So I've got a 30-cent reward target with a 10-cent risk, 3 to 1. That's not too bad. Yeah, bullies are just mean, man. A lot of times, though, to be honest, a lot of the time it's the parents. It's the parents that are just, for whatever reason. Sometimes the kids are insecure and they'll do whatever they need to do, but that most of the time it's the parents. And I tried to be nice to it, I tried to be nice to the kid, but eventually it's like my daughter's crying every day, I do what I gotta do. But yeah, so here's the bounce. Ugh, man, part of me wants to take it. It's just so late in the day. I'm not used to trading this late. Yeah, man. Hey, but appreciate all the subs. Clyde, welcome to the team, brother. Right. 100%. 100%. It's the parents, man. Don't force it. I mean, this is the plan. You're probably right. I mean, I listen. I fought back and I ended green after a $100 down day. I probably should hang it up. You're probably right, man. Yeah, for sure. And it is what it is. Kids are, cruel. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning. So if you want to watch us again, we'll hope you'll join us again. Shout out to Chad today, I guess. Shout out to Chad today, I guess. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, or Josh, right? Whoever it is. Hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day. You want to watch us again? Hit the subscribe button. We day trade live every day, and we're actually profitable for the most part. At least we're just now getting there. So if you appreciate this content, hit the like button as well. Join our team for the competition. I'll post this link here if you want to join our team for the competition. Let me find it real quick. Competition registration ends today, and so you still got time. I appreciate it, Trish. Yeah, man. All right, yeah, join my team. There's the link if you want to join my team. Go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable, allow you to do a lot of different stuff. And so if you want to check them out, I'll post this link here as well. Hey, no stress, guys, no stress. Hey, appreciate y'all being here today. Good luck in y'all's trading. If I don't see y'all again, good luck in y'all's trading. I hope y'all kill it and do well. And, yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. I'll see you all a little bit later. Ooh, here's the bounce on MU that I wanted to. See, my risk is only 10 cents, though. Ooh, do I want to take it? I like it, too. It looks really solid, too. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'll probably be done for the day. I'm just going to take my green trade and finish it. But yeah, go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. Appreciate all the likes and support today, guys. Like I said, you want to join our Discord. If you want to join my team for the World Series of Day Trading. Like I said, it's completely free. Join my team. There's the Discord link, and I'll post my team link one more time. But yeah, later, guys. Have a good day. Appreciate y'all being here. Not a bad day for us, and so we'll see you guys later. Later, guys.